Hello, everybody. Welcome to Dungeon Select after our winter break. Who's excited?
Yo!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, guys! We made it.
Konnichiwa.
It's not even 2020.
This is so exciting.
I'm really excited to be back,
I'm
guys.
so
Welcome to
excited.
Dungeon Select! We're back! We made it! Hanzo is here in spirits, but he won't be playing because
Yes.
he's feeling very ill. He's in the Discord to listen in and to bless you with his beautiful
Llama.
But Hanzo is feeling too ill to properly play, so he's here listening in, but he won't be playing. So Tremaris is there, but he won't be like in the forefront of it all. Couple of announcements that I'm pretty excited about. As you may have heard, we now use the soundtrack for The Witcher 3 in the background of Dungeon Select. We got permission by CD Projekt Red to use it, which is dope because The Witcher 3 soundtrack is fucking amazing. So
And just let me know throughout the stream how the volume is, because of course, like with tabletop audio, I got used to, like, oh, this is a reasonable volume for things. So now that I'm using a different system, just like let me know.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. Second thing is there's a little bit of a project that is still under construction, but I wanted to reveal it because it's exciting.
It's so good.
We have been working on a touch is really low again. With Dungeon Select, man. Hey guys, it's me. Hi. I work for the radio now. I can't turn myself up, so like I don't understand. I'm always super loud, but when it's Dungeon Select, I'm suddenly really low. I don't know.
I mean, you're alright for me now that you put your mic there.
Yeah.
I need my mic a little closer. Anyway, we have been working on something in secret. We are making, because it's not done. A wiki for Dungeon Select,
Woo!
which is really cool. I'll link it in chat. I have permission to link things, right?
You should. You're a sub, right?
Liddy titty. So if anyone has any questions regarding Dungeon Select, they can go to the wiki and be like, hey, that episode that I watched, episode 3, what happened in that again? Boom, click, look it up, there it is, it's right there, information about it and all that shit. It's not up to date with the show yet, but I'll be making it my mission to have it be up to date either by next Sunday or the Sunday after. It's a lot of work.
And it will be an
A lot of
ongoing project, obviously.
Ongoing thing. We're gonna keep updating it as the series progresses, as new characters get introduced, as new cities get visited, as new plot points develop. Everything will be able to be looked back on the wiki. So if anyone ever has questions or like, oh, what happened to that thing again? The wiki is there to answer that for you.
And the character
it's a
stuff.
wiki. Oh, sorry.
So I said the character stuff, like, and obviously we could put like our full backstories on there now, but we're choosing to keep it updated with what you see on the show. So like as stuff about our characters, about cities, about NPCs gets revealed, it will be added. So if anything looks a little like light right now, be like, don't you know more than this? It's because we're waiting, so you get to learn with us, with our characters.
And obviously it's a wiki. The whole thing behind the wiki is anyone can edit. As long as you have a account on, I think it's called fandom.com nowadays.
Yeah.
not
Yeah, it
the
is.
Wikia. You can edit pages on the wiki. So if you're like, hey, I remember that Aberan said this funny quote that I haven't put on this page, you can go like, oh, quote under quotations, put the quote there, Aberan, that in that episode. There you go, boom. You can edit things that we either overlook or you're like, wait, that should be there, or is that right? And you can edit things. If things get edited by someone else besides me, I am a control freak, so I tend to look through the log anyway to see what got edited.
Yeah.
So that way I'll be the moderator, and if people start trolling and make entire pages dedicated to Lord Dickbutt or whatever, I can just delete them and be like, haha, lol. But, yeah.
That was a good story there, Doug. Thank you for that.
I mean, yeah, like that's the thing with wiki.
Deadass though.
I'm being very truthful.
I've watched every time you've changed Aberrant.
Oh yeah, like anytime there's a change, I go and look at it just because I'm a bit of like a spelling and grammar Nazi. So I've edited a ton of people's pages, not
I
for
saw that,
content,
yeah.
purely for like spelling.
So have I.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Like I
noticed,
went
I
all the time and
noticed.
just like,
I remember Dutch wanted to kill me because I went through like the whole of Nicole's. I was like, well, that makes some amount of sense, but it would be written like this if it was natural English. And
I mean, yeah, but like if you're with grammar, be a
bully
grammar
the
Nazi, I don't
multilingual
care.
kids. Smile.
Yeah, I was saying Dutch or English isn't Dutch's first language, so.
Yeah.
No.
So the English isn't Dutch's first language. So go figure, huh?
Hey, I mean, you know.
I mean, yeah, I think Dutch is English's first language though. No, there's a lot of there's 39 pages total so far. There's a couple. The entire first chapter in episodes has been written out. The main characters and the people playing them, their pages are as good as done. A lot of places got described, and throughout the next couple of weeks, I'll make sure that the wiki is up to date. From then on out, we just have to edit things as the show progresses, which will make it a lot easier as well. Another is very like artistic, and it's like, hey, I can draw things good. Smile. You want to draw like I don't want to say fan art because I don't really want to consider you guys fans. You guys are just enjoying this what we do. But if you're like, hey, I want to draw, I don't know, this city that they went to because I think I have a really cool idea for that. Fucking go for it and submit it, and you can put it on the wiki as well. So if you like have some time and you're like, hey, I want to draw Smile, you can, and we'll showcase it later.
Yeah,
You
I'm
can draw
excited.
Nicole talking to lizards.
I'm
Draw
very
Nicole
I'm very
leaving
excited
every
to see
wrestle arm.
eventual art.
Alright,
Yeah.
Tana's searching through an orphan's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, draw Aktanis robbing a small child.
So yeah, those are obviously two big announcements that I was really excited for. We all have been really excited for because
Yeah, we have.
The Witcher's soundtrack is amazing, and having a wiki is definitely something that sets us apart as a Dungeons and Dragons show from any others besides, you know, the obvious.
The obvious.
The obvious
But,
that shall
The
not be
top
named.
tier players.
Yeah, like it definitely sets us small-time D&D show.
That's
apart.
like, oh, someone came into my stream on that note. I did a short stream before this, and someone came in and was like, "I'm disappointed there isn't more role playing." And you're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And they're like voice acting, and y'all should like dress up. Like, okay, 4 out of the 6 of our players and our DM are doing like an accent or a voice. So number 1, you're just wrong. Number 2, guess what? We're not professional voice actors. Every D&D stream is not Critical Role. Shocker. Like.
Wait,
Maybe.
really? Wait, I thought we
Yeah,
were critical.
don't mind me, guys. I'm just gonna
Are
grow
you
an
breaking my
extra
bubble
8
right
inches
I'm
and
not
put a
Matt
nose ring
Mercer.
in.
Yeah, I'll just paint myself
I
blue
know?
before every stream,
Yeah,
you know?
or just
Yeah.
paint
like,
yourself blue.
I'm red.
Sorry, I'm not
Belle
trying to
paints herself red. I need to go on a sunbed, you know, just become infinitely more handsome and grow about 8 inches. Logan needs to start gluing Rice Krispies to his face to pin at the scale. You know, what do you want from us, man?
I then have to paint those Rice Krispies blue.
Fuck it.
like, given the guy who
Maybe
said
one
it,
day we'll do a cosplay stream of all of us in character.
we could try, but it would
Nice.
need like planning. Like,
I
it
have
would
to
need
grow my
planning.
hair.
Good few
I'll
months.
just roleplay as TNL, dude. Bet
Yes.
You better.
I'll cosplay TNL or fucking Elvanti, dude. That's the thing as a DM. I have a lot of,
Elvanti.
a lot of
Oh.
characters of my creation.
You just get to wear
Yo.
like a cloak and just look all fantasy. That's it. Just look like a villain and you're fine.
Oh, hell yeah.
I can literally. I have so many like characters that I could possibly cosplay that I made. It's
Brass
insane.
band.
Them at the same time.
Oh,
Cosplay is like
All
I
of
did.
them at once.
Just take hats on and off, you know.
Just cosplay Losan for it.
Just have like an eye patch and
that's
then like...
that requires me to blackface myself, and that's a really big monk ass.
That's you could cosplay Ash
That's
and
a
just
really
and just
big monk ass,
you can
dude.
cosplay Ash and
No.
just put X's over your eyes and just play.
Whoa.
That's a
Awesome.
low
No,
blow.
it's like 4 episodes ago. dude.
Yeah.
That's a yikes.
That's toxic.
All right, shall we
I
shall
mean,
we roll
I
some
don't know if I
dice
can
and
get
do
on with
some
the session
shit?
now.
Yeah,
You're
let's
not
go.
late, Shatter.
Let's
You came just
do
in
it.
time. For the
We haven't
sake of
started yet.
us having had a break for 2 weeks, I'll do the recap myself.
Like fuck.
Damn it.
I do right now.
Oh, do you want to do it? No.
No, I was joking.
Wait one sec. Wait
You're
one
sad.
sec. I just realized something.
Uh-oh.
We'll edit it later.
Hell no.
Oh, never mind. It's fine. I thought you had some of the stats wrong and some of the character art, but it's fine. I'm
I
wrong.
don't.
Did
It's
you remember
fine.
the fact that we all leveled up?
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's right. I'm just looking.
I hope I
Um,
did that right. Okay.
Okay, so
Who wants to do
last
the recap?
session, I'll do it myself. Last session was an eventful one. The party had fought a lot of things as well. Holy moly! First of all, they had to fight a mimic that got shipped to Aktanis' her room, and instead of being like, "Hey, that's weird," a chest suddenly appeared in my room. Let's touch it. Or instead of not being smart, she was like, "Oh," and it turned out to be a monster chest boy that decided to just try to eat you.
This
but
is unnecessary.
It is not necessary. We all literally were like, no, and running after you as soon as you went to touch it, because literally everyone knew it was stupid.
I feel like
Everyone knew it was stupid. I mean, surely that shows that she's the best role player, because we all knew it was stupid.
yeah.
But Aktanis didn't.
I meant our characters
Even
also
my
knew.
characters knew it was
Yeah.
stupid.
Anyway, the party obviously beat the mimic with relative ease. Lausanne said his final goodbyes to the group and joined Rokul and Mokin in tracking down the other members of the Council of Roskilde. Then, in the very early hours of the morning, our party got woken up by some muffled screams and a lot of snow in their rooms. And then they discovered that a cursed satyr just appeared there, terrorized the inn, tried to kidnap someone, and just said the word naughty an awful lot. And they ended up beating the ever-living shit out of that guy as well, revealing the normal satyr form after Krampus got defeated. They got some cool new shinies from that fight. They got a bag of holding. They got mithril armor. A dragon pendant called Dragon's Ember, a ring of alarm, an arcane robe of invulnerability, and a totemic great axe. So they divvied up the loot and gave people the items that they were like, oh, that should go to you. And that, so they have some new shinies to play with. The group then did some errands around the city. Nakul robbed a poor gnome of his books.
I borrowed.
Tremaris went to a tanner to color his robes a certain way. Kasiran went to pay a visit to the blacksmith shop just to put down a little trinket, and then kind of just like dipped again. Aktanis tried to sell a great axe to a blacksmith, but instead insulted him and ruined any chance of business that she could have with the lad. And they are now, after having long rested, feeling stronger, being attuned to the new magical artifacts. Nakul having had an interesting dream of a blue dragon that bestowed him with some powers, and now his pendant is, instead of a gray dragon, a beautiful shiny blue. And Tremaris had a dream where he walked into the shadows towards something that promised him that he can bestow him with power to protect his friends. The party wakes up, long rested, everything is good in the hood, getting ready to leave towards the circus, is last thing I heard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're going to the circus. Can I get up a little bit earlier than everyone else and sneak out?
You can try, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
So do you want me to roll a stealth check?
Yes. Okay, so you wake up a little early.
I would be awake during this time. Yes.
Yeah, but are you?
Okay.
You're an elf, so yeah, you'd only need 4 hours of resting. So yeah,
Yeah.
you would be awake. You would be done with your meditation and be ready to.
This is not good. Okay, I got 10.
10. You
Wait,
don't.
that's
You
11.
wait. What was the
You're
room?
all asleep.
What was the room?
I have
think
no
I was
idea.
again.
Who do
with
I...
Belle, I
You
think.
were with Koiba, right?
Were the Brobarians together?
I don't think they were this time.
Yeah.
Oh no, did we all say that we were staying in like one or two rooms to...
Was it two-
I completely forgot. So
I don't know.
I'm sure I vaguely remember. that it
I
was,
remember
like-
there's 3 rooms on the left. You got the
I
last 3
definitely said-
rooms on the left end of the alley of the hallway. I'm pretty
Okay,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Aktanis
I bought 3
resides,
rooms.
Aktanis resides in the furthest back one because that's
Oh,
where the
great.
chest was found. So there's what I'm pretty sure that it's a 2-2-2
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah,
I
because I
don't,
bought 3
remember
rooms.
who your roommate was, but I don't think it
I
was
don't
you.
think we
Ron.
said who.
I don't think it
No,
was
we
me,
didn't.
but I don't know.
think we said. Okay,
No, we didn't
let's
say.
just for the sake of it, just say.
Did
it
you
was-
roll a 10?
Hold
So
on.
you
Yeah.
leave your room. You make some noise stumbling down the hallway. Naronk, could you roll me a perception check since you're awake?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, guys, apologies. I'm still getting over a cold, so
20?
apologies for
30,
coughing
20?
and sniffling
You
and
hear
stuff.
I feel
some
that.
stumbling down the hall outside of your room.
I want to quietly open the door and take a little peek down the hallway.
You see Aktanis about to make her way downstairs, trying to not wake everybody up.
Can I follow her, but try and stay hidden, so I kind of like stealth behind her
Roll a stealth check.
a little bit?
I'm gonna say that Aktanis is on edge, trying to not be
Yep.
seen, so she is looking around. So you can roll a perception check, Aktanis.
Okay.
That's 18.
18.
That is a 20, dirty 20.
You walk downstairs and you hear some shuffling behind you, and you now turn around and see Naronk trying to see what the hell you're up to.
I'm gonna ignore him and keep going.
Okay.
Like, okay. I want to go to the graveyard where Ash was buried.
Oh. Yeah, you can. It's a little walk, but yeah, you got. Are you following her in the wrong?
Are you
Yeah,
gonna keep following me?
because yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you guys leave the inn, not necessarily together, but like pretty much behind each other. And yeah, you take a trek to the other side because you have to go like dead across the entire city, pretty much from where you are now. So it's a little bit of a hike, but you arrive at the graveyard. You already see some clerics, like tidying up some of the tombstones and doing their early morning routine, pretty much making sure that everything is nice and tidy, that none of the graves are like damaged or dirty or messy. Yeah, you arrive at the graveyard.
Okay, I'm going to take one of my javelins and stab it into the ground. And then I'm going to take my fire water and pour a little bit onto Ash's grave and say, thank you for the protection of your body. And then raise the bottle up and look up and say, thank you for the protection of your name. And then drink. And then I'm going to take my javelin and go back to the tavern and sit downstairs waiting for everyone else.
All right. Did you take a drink of the fire water?
You okay?
Did you take a drink of the fire water? Did you take
Yeah.
a sip? Okay, yeah, roll a constitution saving throw.
Just vomits on the grave.
Oh my god, that one bit.
I came here to honor you, but
That was a 19.
Okay, yeah, so you take a pretty hefty swig and you feel it burn. It's the first thing you drink of the day, so it's a little rougher than it typically would be after a full day of eating and all that. But yeah, it's no biggie. Okay.
And take my javelin and go back.
All
way
right. So
downstairs.
Narank, you see this, and I don't know. I'm just assuming that you just kind of stand there and watch and not really say anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow her just back to the tavern, just all silent. I don't.
Oh, I forgot something.
Oh.
I forgot. Before I go, I want to take a little bit of the earth and put it into my small vial.
The same vial?
Yeah, the same vial.
Okay.
I don't have another one. I just have one.
Yeah. So you're putting it together with the other stuff that's in that
Yeah.
vial, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Cool. Okay, that's it.
All right. So you make your way back to the inn, followed by Narank, who isn't really trying to be hidden. He just keeps an eye out on you and makes sure that you're all right. And you guys both arrive at the inn at the same time. And by that time, as you go to sit down, the rest of your party members wake up and make their way downstairs.
Yeah, because as I wake up, I'm just gonna check my arm and just kind of notice that I've got way more scaled than I was. I'm just gonna be very confused as I walk downstairs, kind of groggy, being just kind of looking at myself, just as I'm walking downstairs, looking at my arms, being what the fuck?
As you guys walk downstairs as well and see Aktanis sitting there, you notice something's different about her. Narank already noticed it, but I'm gonna just make sure that it's now known for everyone. You notice that a pretty significant portion of Aktanis, her hair,
Okay,
has
I
turned
saw that.
white instead of the black hair. That it's a pretty significant portion of her hair that has now turned white, and it looks like that wasn't like that the day before.
Yeah.
You've changed your hair a bit there, Aktanis. What's that?
What?
Your hair's white. It's not black.
Is it?
You know. Oh, you did. I thought you changed it because people like to change their hair. Oh,
No.
are you wearing a disguise?
Yeah, it's a
No.
disguise.
I don't mean to be offensive, but hair color's not generally the first thing people notice about you.
Thanks. What?
So confused.
I mean, a tiefling with
What?
white hair is quite uncommon. More so than just a tiefling itself.
At this point, Aktanis gets very confused, and if you go to one of like the windows, you'd probably be able to see your reflection in it and see that your
Okay.
hair indeed has.
I'm gonna go look
turned
in one of the
white.
windows. Okay.
Yeah, and now you also see that a pretty like significant portion of like the hair on the left side of your head has turned white, and it's like not all the way down yet, but it's like it looks like it's getting there.
What the
Um,
fuck? You weren't lying.
Why would we lie about such things? This has been a weird night. I got more scaly. What's going
I
on?
feel fine.
Well, good for you.
Kind of weird shit you guys been up to last night.
I've never been a sleepwalker.
I mean, it is kind of odd that the two people that were in a room together would both change in the same night.
Fuck's sake. Purely coincidental.
Back for less than a half an hour, and we're already back to our old routine.
Hey, back to dirty jokes. It's what we do.
For all adults, by the way. So you guys all wake up, have some breakfast that is provided to you by the inn as part of, coming to the room. Yeah, so you guys are ready to start the day.
So I believe the plan was to go to the circus, if I remember
Yes.
correctly.
Yes.
You wanna?
Unfortunately.
I mean, circus sounds pretty cool. Why would that be unfortunate?
It kind of used to be my home for a while. A long while.
See,
Quite a long while.
for a very long time. I got that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we don't.
Not to be rude, I don't think it's a rather uncommon trait for tieflings to travel with the circus.
You know what?
And we're already racist.
It didn't take long.
Damn clip flops!
That is not why I was with the circus in the first place. Okay.
I mean, you're welcome to enlighten me on the facts, but as far as sharing goes, we don't seem to be big on that yet.
They took me from the streets and taught me to fight so I could be their gladiator when I was growing up.
Since when do circuses employ gladiators? It's a bit more about
It was a
the
little bit,
entertainment, like the whimsical, fantastical side, than the bloody, gory side.
Yeah, it was kind of a show they had on the side to make more money.
People have needs. People are weird.
Mhm.
Hey, there is no dishonor in combat.
Not that I was
Not
saying
at
there
all.
was. I was just saying it's a little. I've never heard of a circus that you go to watch, like, gladiator fights. I was just a little surprised. That's all.
Well, when I agreed to it, I was like 12, so.
Fair. Well, it's up to you, Aktanis, because this is you're the one who got that weird, ominous letter directing us to go here or go there.
It was a thinly veiled threat, but I have to make sure they were okay. They were my family.
Hey, everyone
And I
knows I'm
didn't-
ready to get out of this city, so I'm down.
I didn't part with them very well.
I'm always down for some traveling.
So as you guys were all discussing this, Tremaris doesn't really say anything. He just kind of nods along with the conversation. He's quiet, but ever since Ash died, he has been a little more quiet than he used to be before. So it doesn't strike you as odd, but he's definitely listening, and he's just nodding along with the story, kind of just like lost in thought most of all.
All right, well then, which way?
I believe it was northeast,
Yes.
if I remember.
Correct.
Then let's go.
The city of Dreckville is where the circus is currently. Like that is what the flyer said.
Yes.
Before we
You would go there by going to the gates towards the northeastern side of town, because that leads to a road that pretty much directly leads towards that. Those towns
before
there.
we leave the tavern, can I go and check that the ripped up leaf flyer is still on the floor, or has it been cleaned away?
Why did you rip it up?
One of the rooms.
Was it the
Right
room
after
where
we
we
found
killed
the
the
chest.
mimic?
Yeah. It was right
Okay.
after we found it.
Yeah,
Slash
then
murdered it.
if you go up there, it will still be on the floor. If you would have ripped it up downstairs in like the communal area, it probably would have been cleaned up, but because it's in your
Okay.
own room.
I'm gonna
It's still there.
pick up the little bits.
Okay. Oh, who had that map we took that had the
I
notes
do.
from the cults? Can I quickly look at that for a second?
The map? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'll hand her the map of Kildor.
So while I'm looking at it, remind me which places had X's and which were circled.
Jesus. Hang on.
You have
gotta-
a cult map? That's a bit...
Oh,
Bitchy.
we probably should fill him in
Okay.
on that situation.
Hmm.
I'll start to just fill them in and tell them about it.
Yeah, I've seen the old sesh. TLDR for the new people, before my character joined, they went and fought a cult and there was dragon things.
And we're still trying to stop this cult from some weird creepy dragon resurrection
Yeah.
ritual.
There's currently 5 circles, or 6 circles technically,
Okay.
on the map that are not crossed out.
Okay.
One of them circles the temple where you found
Yeah.
the whole circle for this situation. There's one circle on the city of Snowblend in Thurmagar, the
Okay.
northern snowy mountainy
Yeah.
province. There's one circle somewhere in Segalia,
Okay.
province to the north.
Yeah.
One in the Flatlands, which is a province towards the entire, like the most northeastern province of
Okay.
Kaldalar. And there's 2 in the Expanse. Neither of which are where you guys are headed, though.
No, I know, but which ones are? I know one was Kalzir, hence why we're in this city. And where was the other? In the
I
Expanse?
believe the other one was towards the north. I need to grab my map to make sure that I'm not
Okay,
fucking
so I'm
up.
basically just saying after we go towards Drekmir, and like saying this part out loud to the group, when we're finished there, I was gonna see if we could just use that as part of our route to head towards another point of interest, because I don't want to forget about this, and forget about these Dragonborn that are in danger.
No, of course not.
One is in Kalzir,
Uh-huh.
and I cannot find where the second one is, so I owe you an answer to that one.
That's fine. I clearly I
It's
didn't
in my notes
remember, so
somewhere,
yeah.
but I, for the life of me, cannot find it right now. And that's
All
gonna
right,
take
you could
me a
just tell
little bit.
me later, because if it happened to be saying like Drekville or one of the other places that's like this is kind of on the way, we could then
No.
plot a path, but it's fine.
I think it's in the other direction.
Yeah, I think it is.
Like northwest-ish.
Something like that.
All right.
Yeah, so I owe you that answer. I cannot
That's fine.
find my notes as of right now, but I'm pretty sure it's not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not in that direction, so it's fine. I just want to double check, and I'll give the map back to Nuronk. Other random question: anyone happen to have a sewing needle or like a sewing kit by any chance? I don't think that counts as part of my just like adventure stuff I have on me.
I don't
No.
think so. No.
No, but I would presume if you need a sewing kit, you can definitely find one in this town. Plenty big enough.
Yeah. Would people mind, Dealey, if I quickly picked one up at the marketplace before we left for this circus?
By all
No.
means.
All right.
See no issues with that.
Let's go do that.
Anything to delay this reunion.
As they do that,
And just in case, partially for a reminder for chat, I am wearing my hat of disguise, so I'm in my human Julia form. I don't look like me.
I will say, what should you do? I just need to pop to the magic store. I've got to pick up some items. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I mean, they're both in the same direction. They're both going to like the marketplace. So you all.
So
all
let's
travel
go.
to the marketplace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to find somewhere where I can sell my crossbow.
Crossbow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get to the marketplace after a little bit of a walk. Still pretty early in the morning, so a lot of stalls are still setting up, but most of the shops around are open. Cool. You head to the Arcana Emporium.
Yeah.
I presume we'll do that first. So you
Oh,
enter.
yeah.
You see a bunch of people wearing the black robe, green finishing. You don't see Theonel herself, but there's a handful of other people kind of stocking shelves and stuff they're just definitely also still starting their morning.
Alright, good morning.
Hello?
I was wanting to acquire some healing potions. What have you got?
Let me quickly check. We sold out of those yesterday, so I should have a box in the back that and he holds like his hand up, puts a little bladder on it, and that I should have some and he just does some hand gestures, and while he's thinking out loud, 5 healing potions appear on the blank. There they are. These are all minor. We're currently out of greater or superior healing potions.
That's fine. How much should they go each?
Sure. About 50 gold each.
I will buy 3. I'll take 3 of them, please.
Right, pleasure doing business, and he kind of holds his hand out for you to.
And I'll pop
Money.
150 gold then.
Alright, and he just offers you the plank, like, take 3.
Yeah, I'll take 3.
Alright, and he puts the rest of them on a shelf in one of the nearby, one of the nearby cases. Alright, so mark down that 150 gold and add those 3 minor healing potions to your inventory.
ET.
Alright, so you do that. Kissaran, you're looking for, or Julia. I'm just gonna call you Kissaran.
Is it called a sewing kit? Does it have a different name in D&D?
I'm pretty sure it's called.
No, there is a sewing kit.
Okay.
There's some, yeah.
Well, because there's like thieves' tools, calligraphers' tools. Is it like costumers' tools? I don't know.
No,
It's not like an actual tool, no.
Okay,
Excuse me,
okay.
I'm looking for
It's
some
like a
costumers
thing.
tools.
I don't
That's
know.
what size
Okay.
get, right?
Wouldn't it want to be tailor's tools rather than costumers?
There's,
Probably.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why-
There's a general store kind of.
So yeah, just go there.
Type place that probably has what you're looking for.
All right, go in there and inquire with the first staff in the store I see about a sewing kit.
Okay. That's pretty much the Walmarts of the general store where you literally can buy anything and everything if you're lucky.
Yep.
You enter the general store and it has a female tiefling behind the desk, who's also kind of still dusting off some of her her little like desk area and doing some stuff before the big groups of clients will come in. She notices you come in and she says, "Oh, good morning. How can I help you?"
Yes, I'm looking for just a basic sewing kit, anything with some needle and thread.
I have a couple of those actually. Are you looking for any specific colors of threads, or does that not really matter?
No, not really. Just like basic, maybe white and black, nothing fancy.
All right, I have, and she just kind of ducks down below her desk area, and she whips out a little, like a tin box. It's not really big. It's pretty small. Puts it on her desk. This has a couple of needles with different sizes, a couple of different sizes of threads, both black and white. Will that suffice?
Yep, perfect.
Some buttons in there as well, if you had to like sew on some buttons or whatever.
Excellent. How much for the items?
Well, I'll be happy to part with it for 5 silver.
Perfect. Hand over 5 silver.
She takes the 5 silver, pockets it, and pushes the sewing kit towards you.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome, and if you need anything else, I'll be happy to help.
Turn around, walk out, find the group again, and go, okay, all good.
Who else wanted to do
well-
something?
I just want, while they're shopping, to talk to Naronk.
Okay.
Um,
Hang on. I think Abran also wants to do something, right?
I just wanted to sell my crossbow.
You want to say crossbow? There is a Fletcher where you could try your luck. And if anything, you can always go to her. Shit, Haran's Hideaway, where they kind of trade in literally
Everything.
that is not fit for general stores. You can probably get rid of there.
Yeah, okay.
So which one do you go to?
I will go to the Fletcher first.
Okay. You walk up towards the Fletcher, and as you open the door, you see inside a wood elf. He's busy stringing a bow as you guys are, as you enter the establishment, and he kind of nods at you. Morning.
Morning. I appear to have come into a light crossbow that I no longer require and doesn't see the use it deserves.
Right.
And I'm looking for somewhere to get rid of it for a fair and reasonable price.
Show it to me real quick.
It's a light crossbow, and I've got 20 bolts for it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was me out of character, by the way. I was thinking.
Oh, I thought it was the character.
No.
He takes a crossbow, kind of looks at it. Looks like it has seen some use. How'd you get it?
It's been with me a long time. I acquired it from some soldiers a long time ago. I've never really used it. I'm personally not the kind for ranged combat.
Fair enough. Inspects it, looks at it. Typically, I would sell new light crossbows for around 20-25 gold pieces. I can probably do some minor fixings on this one and sell it again as new. I'll be happy to part with it for, or I will take it off your hands for 15 gold pieces. Sound
I've got
acceptable?
20 bolts as well to throw in, if that changes things.
16 gold pieces with the bolts.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not even going to quibble over that. I'll just hand it to him.
Alright, and he takes it, puts it down beside him, and he hands you 16 GP.
Hey.
Alright. Anything else you care to look at my inventory, maybe? Or
I'm fine, thank you. Have a lovely morning.
you too.
Oh my god.
As he goes back
What do you mean, oh my god?
to his bowstring. Alright. With all the groceries been done, Aktanis, you had some stuff to discuss with Rock?
We never talked about what happened when you asked about my the people I asked about.
Oh, I have a man getting into contact with them, and we'll hear from them on the trip. He said he'd send me a bird with the meeting place if they choose to meet us. So.
Did you give any name or anything?
Yes, I use your other name.
Thank God. I forgot to mention that. Thank you so much.
Of course. Always glad to help out.
So you all meet up again on the market square, where the morning now definitely has started. People are coming in from all directions to browse the market. So you hear some shopkeepers yelling about their wares, kind of trying to outdo each other as well. I was like, some dude is like, "Oh, it's lovely cheese, five silver for this block of cheese," and then once all over, this guy, "Cured ham, 6 silver pieces," like they're kind of like trying to outdo each other. Funny sight to behold. As you guys all meet up again, and everyone has done what they wanted to.
Yep.
I mean,
Alright.
does it look like nice ham?
Fuck, I was about to say
I
that.
mean, yo, that's some dope ham, dude.
I'll buy some ham for the group. I'll buy yourself some ham for the morning. Fuck it, I'm down.
All right, so you walk up towards. It's a pretty chubby human. He has a bunch of like different cured meats hanging on like a little rope on his stall. And as you walk towards him, he's like, "You, sir, you look like you're in the market for some meat."
Jesus Christ, Dutch. Well, I'd hardly approach a meat stall if I was vegetarian.
I mean, you could just come here to shoot me an angry look and walk on. We have those people as well.
Even in D&D, vegans push the agenda. Oh, fuck it. I want to get like 12 slices of ham so that there's enough for like 2 each of us to munch on while we walk.
Okay. So he takes like a very sharp knife, starts to thinly slice one of those cured hams, wraps it up in a little parchment paper almost kind of wrapping.
Just some wax paper.
Yeah, or wax paper, I guess. Yeah, something like that. That'll be 6 pieces of silver then, good sir.
Sure. Have you got change for a gold piece?
Yeah, I think I can manage that.
Cool.
You can also give me a tip, but it's not
I
required,
wasn't
of course.
aware it was a known thing to tip ham sellers.
It is, but I can.
I'll just give him
All shots that you
I
don't
wanna
take,
leave
sir.
At this point, I'm comfortable.
So he gives you the change. And...
I give it back to him. I just give him the gold piece, and before he even hands me, I just walk away with the ham.
All right.
Oh my god.
Pleasure doing business. Say friends.
Tell your friends. Your friends about this delicious ham.
Okay.
Tell your
you
friends
have
about my
ham.
ham. Hey, your baby, you want some ham?
As you walk by the cheese carts, you hear the guy say, "You know what goes well with ham? Cheese."
Fuck's sake! Fuck it!
I'm gonna get some cheese.
I'm gonna buy some cheese as I walk past. And then I'm gonna look for some bread that has bread. And I'm gonna make everyone a little fucking sandwich and hand it out
Oh,
to them. And
we all get
everyone's gonna be happy.
we all get a breakfast sandwich.
Oh, I want
Oh,
some
man.
pickles. Get
Gypsy
some
just
pickles.
visits
Get you off
everyone.
my-
I have a lovely block of cheese, guys. 1 piece of gold and it's yours. It's a pretty hefty one, and he shows it to
Yeah,
us.
fuck it. I just give him the gold piece and then go find the nearest place with bread.
Oh, you want me to wrap that up for you? As you take the hunk of cheese and stuff.
No,
Oh.
I just carry it to the nearest place that has bread.
Oh, wait, I as a recommend, I'm like, actually, if you just want to go 2 streets over, and then like a little to your right, there's a really good bakery run by this like cute little gnome family. Trust me, like 10 out of 10 bread.
Because Sarah already knows where the bakery is.
Yeah.
Alright, I stomp to the bakery. I'm gonna turn up. I'm gonna slam this cheese, this ham in front of him, and do like 6 sandwiches.
As you walk into the bakery, there's a female gnome is currently behind like kind of what it looks like a show display of just different types of bread. I have the hiccups. Well, you can make your own damn sandwiches. First of all, I'm happy to provide you with bread, though.
I don't have any knives with me.
Oh,
I
I can
just
slice
got
the
my
bread
flail,
for
it's
you,
like a-
you big, bulky piece of man, but I'm not going to make the sandwiches for you, obviously.
I literally hold up my flail like in a non-threatening way. Like I can't cut bread with this.
I'll cut
I
it
will
for you,
tip
but you
you
can make your
happily.
own sandwiches yourself. That's
Just
what I'm
put the
saying.
cheese and the ham in the sandwiches, and I will
Oh,
pay
you're
you for
gonna
the
yell at
time.
me in my own store?
I followed him there because I don't do the baker, so I'll just walk over. I'm terribly sorry. It's been a stressful time. I can do all that. We'll just happily buy some of your famous sourdough bread, please.
See, you I can do business. And
Literally would have paid them to just make the sandwiches. It's-
I can
you know,
make
did we
the
queue for a
sandwiches,
long time to get in
Aberrant.
here? Are they
Calm
very
down.
busy, or are they just being
Yo,
pedantic?
chat, if you haven't realized, it's a shopping episode. She gives you the bread that you asked for and kind
Thank
of just
you.
nods at you. That'll be, for this amount, I'd say 4 pieces of silver.
All
I
right.
just put a gold
I-
piece on the table and walk out.
As he turns around, just I also put in just the base 4 pieces as well on top of the
She
gold
takes
he
the
left.
money and looks at you. Pleasure doing business.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go sit in a huff, like at the nearest bench.
I'm literally
Mumbling
gonna take out my fucking giant ass sword to cut this bread up and make
And the cheese,
sandwiches
the cheese is in
by
a block.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
cut
gonna.
up the ham with my hand axe.
The ham's cut.
The
The
There you
ham's
go.
fine.
Oh, it's the ham cut. Damn
Yeah.
it.
Well, then you can do
It's
the
funny,
cheese
though.
and I'll do the
I'll do
bread.
the
and we'll make
cheese.
the
Today you
sandwiches.
learned that Aberran is not a guy for markets.
Do we want,
Look,
do we
the
want
dude's
People
used to
step
being
into
fed
advertising.
buying temples and such. Or eating in mess halls in barracks. Like, he doesn't do making his own food. He literally turns up with a block of cheese, unsliced, and goes, put this in a sandwich.
So you guys take your time and Kisaren goes to cut the bread and the cheese. And
Shaking my
she
head
makes-
that I'm like, I'm using this
she
sword
makes-
for
she makes a
this, but
sandwich
like,
for each of you guys and hands them out. Now
Yikes.
you all have a ham and cheese sandwich. Yeah?
I'm gonna eat
I'm
it.
just gonna sit there with my
Yay.
flail like, how does she expect me to cut bread with a flail?
I'm gonna eat it right now because we never had breakfast, so I just eat mine right
Yeah,
away.
we didn't have
Dude,
breakfast. I
we
just
did.
wanted to get people some nice ham, and look at how it went.
Do we still
Say-
have ham
say-
left, or is it all used making a sandwich?
They
It
made
depends.
6
You want one or 2
sandwiches.
slices of ham.
6
in your sandwich.
sandwiches.
I bought 12 slices of ham, so yeah, there's 6 left that you can munch it down
There
the
you
road.
go.
Yes.
I will get out my sword. I will say Russ, and I'll start trying to toast my sandwich.
So as Nicole whips out his
It's like-
sword, he says,
Me and-
you hear
Oh,
him just
God.
whisper, and the sword, the entire blade of the sword just catches fire as he now holds his sandwich like on top of his hand and starts to like try and toast the top of the
Just like
sandwich.
this.
Me and
And when it's
Nicole,
toasted enough,
man.
flips it over and toasts the other side.
While he's holding the hot side, is he
starts to
like...
get a little melty, and you have a piping hot cheese and ham.
It's like-
I won't even wait for it to cool. I'll just finish it.
Can we just
straight
take a
away.
minute to realize how extra me and Nicole are using like big ass
I mean,
magical
I could try and
swords
heat
to
my
like?
sacred flame, but I don't see it going well.
All right,
And then
let's
I'll
go.
cast-
We're
I'll say
fed.
Russ
We're
again.
good.
And then put it over. And I'll just eat. I'll nom my ham and cheese.
Alright, so you guys walk towards the northeastern exit of the city, and as you all walk by the guards, they kind of nod at you. Have a blessed day, and you guys leave.
Pointedly,
couple-
don't look at them.
Couple of
I wave at them.
Just like,
And you, have a lovely morning!
Everyone's having a bad day, boys. You guys walk past a stable with some horses in a little pen. And then one of the stable keepers shouts at you to stop. Oi! Could you hang on a minute? Could I borrow you for a second? I was told to look for a group of people that look like they don't fit together, but they do travel together. Is that you? That you kind of look like that fits the bill.
well,
Like an arcane jigsaw piece, I believe you have found us.
I have a note. I have a note here that I'm supposed to give to.
I guess
any of you.
I'll reach out and take the note. Because
Oh,
everyone else seems to
no.
want to deny that we're together. They're ashamed.
I
of us.
wasn't gonna deny it, but you know.
Oh no, this is not good. What does it say?
You take the note and it says, enjoy this little gift. It should make your travels a little easier, and it's signed by E.
By
E.
E?
Elevator.
Does anyone know any?
Yeah, that would be Elevantir. He's a good guy.
And as
Yeah, we
you
like him.
I
read the
think-
notes, the
Is he
stable
the
keep,
one in the tavern and...
the
No.
stable keep comes walking towards you with a carriage drawn by 2 horses.
Oh,
Yay!
the carriage
Is it the magic carriage
It's
that
just
everyone doesn't know
magic
about?
carriage.
It's just 2 normal horses drawing a normal carriage. That is
Yeah,
big
and-
enough for all of you to.
Laura,
I'll
Abram was
set-
there
I'll
in the
set-
tavern when you were talking to Elevantir,
Oh, right.
but like didn't get
Yeah.
introduced. So
And
I'll
yes.
set,
Did
I'll
you
set
not?
the front to
Forgot.
Be
no,
like,
no one bothered to introduce me. We just drunk together.
So the way this carriage looks, it's there's enough for all 6 of you to be sitting in the back, but there's also a bench kind of like in the front, like kind of above the horses.
I swear to
where
fuck,
there's
if
some
we get in
rails.
I'm
there's
gonna
sandwiches
I'll
sit
inside
in
this.
front.
I'll sit,
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit with the reins.
Okay.
I'll hold the reins.
There's also a leather bag in the back of the carriage.
Full of sandwiches.
Can I look in the bag? I want to look in the bag. What's in the bag?
In the bag, you find another little note that
Oh,
says,
Woo woo.
"In case you get bored or hungry along the road," signed by E again.
Don't
It's
do
ham
it.
cheese melts.
Oh,
Don't
no,
do it.
make me nervous.
Enough dry rations for to give each of you 4.
Okay, plus
Hey,
4 then.
I like that.
Plus
And-
four.
We haven't eaten any of our rations because we've been.
And
I have.
a deck
I
of
have,
playing
yeah.
cards and a set of dice.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool. Who wants
I
to take
have
the
my own
cards?
cards, but it's fine. Whatever. Jesus
So there's
Christ.
a deck of cards in there and also the set of dice.
Who wants to take those?
I will totally take those.
I will pull out the cards and compare them to my set.
You just have a basic normal.
I literally just have a pack of playing cards.
Then yeah, it's the exact same set. It's the exact same.
Okay, and we're off.
I'll go. Is everybody ready to go or no?
Yep.
I'll wait for everyone to go now.
When we get started, I'm gonna just take the time to use my sewing kit while sitting in the back of the carriage, and I'm literally just sewing a teeny tiny little pocket in my sleeve, because it's gonna be to keep some grains of sand at all times for my destroy water spell.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of
Pocket
hand.
sand.
Pretty fine
Yeah.
hand
Yeah.
work.
I-
Sleight of
makes
hand
sense.
check.
I knew she fought dirty.
Oh,
from the
God
moment she
damn it.
Cast water on your head.
6.
6.
Yeah, only a 6.
You
Poke myself a lot.
poke yourself in the fingers a lot, but eventually you make something that kind of would serve the purpose. It doesn't look the prettiest, but it's functional.
It doesn't need to look pretty. It's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, you now have a little sand meme.
Gonna sit and eat my sandwich and look very happy with myself.
Abran is eating his sandwich in the back of the cart, and he is loving life right now.
It's gonna be keeping
The
an eye
best
out as
damn
we're
sandwich
going
you've ever had.
and trying to keep the horses under control.
Yeah, the horses seem. Make an animal handling check, actually.
You did that to yourself.
Hey, that's a 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
You take the reins for both horses and kind of feel them out a little bit, and they at first responded a little, just like, what is this? What? Because they're trained to just kind of just walk themselves, and the only reason you have to hold the reins is kind of just pull them in the direction you want them to go to. But after a while, they get used to it, and they kind of, yeah, they don't seem to mind that much. They're not like protesting or whatever.
So who knows the way?
Oh, I can.
I just like following this. I just go straight through.
Once I'm done sewing it, I can go sit up with Nakul and direct him because I'm pretty familiar with the geography of the expanse.
After a little while, you just follow the road. There are some signposts. That,
Oh, then there you go. Don't even need me.
The first signpost you see has the town. Let's see, Drekmir, which lies towards the northeast, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys know that between here and Drekmir is like the one city that's like in between those two. So that's the direction you're gonna have to follow.
All right.
Okay.
I'll just start heading off.
For the logistics of it, horse and carriage does not necessarily increase your travel speed or whatever. It just makes it a little more comfortable, less tiring. You'll be able to travel a little longer per day because you're not necessarily tiring yourself out, but you do still have to rest and stuff because the horses are also living creatures. But it just makes travel for you a little easier, a little more pleasant, a little less. Let's walk, smile.
I'll kind of look. Is there any food for the horses? Just kind of look around, see if there's anything to feed the horses later on.
The horses are each carrying some bags to their sides. You don't see any food in your near vicinity, but you haven't checked those bags yet. So
Okay, that's fine. That's cool.
Cool.
Yeah, and I'll just be keeping a lookout as well, just to make sure. Because I'm fucking eyes on the road, boys. Eyes on the road.
How long is the journey?
about a good 6-7 days to get to the circus.
All right.
7
Yay.
days in a confined environment.
Since Nicole
With
is
me, because
riding,
you hate me.
the first few hours of the trip go down pretty well. People in the back are entertaining themselves, playing some cards.
Oh,
playing some dice,
while we're
kind
in the
of spending
back,
time.
also, I wanted to ask Aberan a question the rest of the group is probably familiar with, and go. It's like,
Phosphorus, Witchwood, or Glowworms?
oh no, it is not that one. But
Quiver.
well, actually, first, before I ask him the question, I just want to go. So I know you've kind of just been thrown into our group here and our plans, but and obviously not like we've been that forthcoming, so I don't expect your life story or anything. But where, like, have you always been in Kalzir with that temple? What's your What's your deal?
I've been here for a few months. I travel a lot. It's sort of what I do. I'm not tied to one temple, and Rios is common, but not worshipped to the point where there are many established temples of Rios.
Okay.
So I, for the last while, have traveled between temples here and there, and
Okay. Since you've done a lot of traveling, just bear with me here. This might seem a little odd, but any of your travels, wondering if you may have seen a certain individual. She would stick out. She is, I'll take my hat off for a minute so you can see my normal blue skin, green hair. Ganassi like myself, same skin tone, same look, but bright orange hair, like vivid as if it was on fire. She would be about 16 years old, most likely answers to the name Ryagel. I'll put my hat back on before I forget and become Julia again.
blue skin but orange hair.
Roll a
Yeah.
history check.
It's very uncommon for
It is very
Ganassi.
uncommon.
Ooh, someone actually has to roll
A history check.
Yep.
Not gonna be great, I can tell you that now. It is a 9. I have a -1 to history.
You have a little bit of a think, and you have met a couple of Ganassi on your travels through the lands, but you're not sure if any of those would fit the description that Gisuran just gave you.
I've met people of your kind before, but none that stand out like that.
It was a long shot anyways, but thought I'd check. Thanks for humoring me.
We've got a long time and not that much to do, so
Yeah. Game of cards?
Nicole,
Sure.
roll a perception check as you're kind of keeping your eyes on the road.
Oh wow. Perception. That's an 14.
everyone's making me out to be a racist.
14?
yeah.
I didn't think you were
You are
racist.
You're about to make a little bit of a turn to head to face like more east than north at this point. You still go northeast, but more east than north. And you
crap.
enter, or like you feel, and you see that the more northern you go, the less and less sandy it becomes, and there's actually some grass patches here and there,
Oh,
and
shit!
some trees and woods, like actual like trees, and not like dead, dry. And this land actually looks somewhat fertile
It's beautiful.
as you're traveling. The more northern you get, you feel like the less desert-like the place gets, and it gets to the point where you're actually like on the edge of a proper like forest.
Before we get to the forest, would I have noticed that to be able to grab a quick handful of sand and put it in that pocket, or is it too late? Have I waited too long?
I'll allow it. You can like hang out the car.
Yeah, I literally just need to grab some even out of the air that's flying. I only need a
Yeah,
few
sure.
Probably
grains,
enough
not a
sand
lot.
Dexterity
just
check.
inside the
Nah,
bloody...
Yeah, in our
Uh,
clothes and everything from the
Yeah.
desert.
Um,
Alright.
Everyone shakes
Just
his
shake
head,
how
and
my
it's just
coat into
you're
sand.
not traveling into the forest. You're kind of traveling alongside it, like alongside it, pretty much.
Okay. That's cool.
But yeah, like it's a nice change of scenery. Whereas before, all you've seen is sand and the occasional oasis. Now it's actually getting, the more northern you get, the more like fertile and
the-
green it becomes.
Does the cart have windows? Or...
It's kind of one of those carts where there's like a little like tent almost
Like
covering
a,
it.
yeah, like a
Like
canvas thing.
a tent roof, but the walls are open.
Okay, so the walls are canvas, so it's we can see that it's changed as well.
Yeah.
Alright.
It'll be nice to have some shade at some point. But then just the sun.
Oh man, I agree.
So
And water.
In the back, you guys doing any games? Per chance?
Rain.
Yeah, I asked Abraham if he wanted to play some cards. Like, not gambling, like just playing a card game, like something like, I don't know, Crazy Eights or Go Fish, whatever they play in D&D World, I don't know.
Competitive.
I have some.
Go Fish is
I have some
universal.
games.
Go fish
Okay.
is
I
universal.
have some games that I can.
And
Okay.
hey, but read
I'm
about the
game.
desert.
Ha, ha,
I
You guys are
thought-
playing a card game?
Yeah.
Okay. I want each of you. Are you playing as well, Aktanis?
Yes, I will play as well.
Um.
I'm not playing. I can
On
The
remember.
goal
plenty
of this game is you roll a d8,
Okay.
a d6. Wait, I'm lying.
Oh, I
Roll
remember this
D10.
game.
No, yeah, an 8, a d6, and a d4.
Okay.
And the goal is whoever gets closest to an overall roll of 18 wins.
Okay.
So, this is a game that's played in a lot of casinos, places of gamble around the realm.
Just
So
soldiers
one of-
play it.
Oh yeah.
I have
You are-
proficiency with playing cards, so
Yeah.
Oh man. God damn
I
it.
mean, I don't really know how that's gonna affect this because you.
do I get my proficiency bonus?
That's hard because you're rolling dice. So it's like
Maybe
Yeah.
advantage on a roll or something. I don't know.
Yeah, how do you? Because you're proficient with your deck of cards, I'll allow you to re-roll if you roll a 1 on any of the
Okay,
dice.
I'm fine with that.
Cool.
But only once. You can't if you roll 2 1s, that's tough luck.
Okay, that's fine.
Can we-
So all of you roll your d8 first, and don't share your outcome. Keep that in mind. Roll your d6. Okay. Now roll your d4. Do the math.
Wait, math.
All right.
Oh crap.
All right.
Crap.
Wait. Maths.
Damn it.
Okay. Abran, what's your roll?
6, 6, 3, 15.
Not bad. Aktanis?
12.
12.
13, 5, 5,
13.
3. Almost
So
the same as Abran.
Typically, the way this works is you have to pay 10 gold pieces to be allowed to enter the game, and whoever wins gets the entire pot, pretty much. It's like
But we're not playing with
we're
money,
not playing
so.
for money.
Yeah,
but
we're
basically,
just playing.
If you were,
Here's
that
mine.
you
If you were to
would've-
gamble.
you would have made 20 gold pieces right there, pretty much.
I'm happy just to play. Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
7 hours later, again.
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 Another.
Again.
You guys playing again?
Another.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we doing d8s again?
Yeah, d8s first.
Okay, I'm gonna use a different D8.
So I'm purposely
gonna
using
one, so
the
I'm gonna
dice from
reroll
the
my
set that
D8.
match, rather
The
rather
last
than
one's
all the
screwed.
steampunk ones.
Y'all
Ooh.
dating.
Dutch, I got a 1, so this is my 1 reroll.
Okay.
D8.
Haha, you got a 1.
Not anymore.
You can re-roll it. You
Not
can re-roll
anymore.
Alright, so if you have rolled your
But it
d8s,
happened.
then roll your d6.
Oh, well, everyone.
And roll your
Okay.
d4 and
Oh,
do the
shoot.
math.
Okay, yeah.
Do the math, forehead.
13.
11.
11. 11.
13.
Alright, so you guys would have tied. So if you were to gamble, just so that for future reference, if you guys ever decide to play the game for money, you would have split the pot pretty much there.
So we would
Okay.
have split basically Kasaran's because yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Alright.
Pretty
How long have
Yeah.
we been on the road at this point?
much. The good.
10 minutes.
No. You guys kind of like do your thing, talk a little bit. Nicole enjoys just kind of hanging out with the horses.
I'm gonna have like my book kind of open to the side of me and occasionally glance down. Like,
Okay.
I'm gonna stick my head out the side of the thing and be like, Nicole, we're playing card games. If you want to swap, that's
no, I'm alright. I enjoy just looking. And listening to-
Alright.
After a few
Um,
card games, can I go out and join Nicole on the driver's bench just to keep an eye on her,
Yeah,
where
you
we're
can-
going and our surroundings?
I
Cool.
Ooh,
will-
There's a
I'll
little
move my
access.
book from the
Little
other
access thing.
side down to leave.
thanks. Sup.
So yeah, you join Nicole. You've been on the road for a good like 4 hours now. It's like I'd say, judging by the sun, it's like the early afternoon at this point. Very early afternoon. The roads have been pretty uneventful. The more and more like northeastern you get, the more the greener the overall. Like you're definitely still in like a dry, sandy area, but the further along you get, it just gets a little better, a little nicer. Trees are actually able to grow. It's not like destroying any form of vegetation dry anymore.
Yeah.
It's still hot, but it's just a little more plant friendly. Yeah. Roll on a perception check.
Both of us now?
Yeah.
Can I just say also, I just put all the dice down that were in my hands. I didn't roll put them down. Three of them landed on a 1 and the d20 on an 11. Just so many ones just there. It was terrifying. Good thing it wasn't important.
17.
16 for my perception check.
You guys kind of look around to your. I'm gonna make sure that I say the right direction here, because map. Yeah. Towards your east, it's pretty far away, but you see tall blackened walls, and the more you try to focus and look at that location, you see mist, there's a cloud of mist around those walls, and nothing immediately threatening because it's very far away, but it's definitely something that catches your eye as you travel.
Look at Nicole and go, should we tell the others? Should we stop and look at it, or?
I don't think it's any importance to our journey at the moment. I mean, you can if you want to, but I don't
it looks kind of foreboding to me. I'm good to not, but
it is a bit scary.
yeah. Let's just keep going then. They don't need to know.
I mean, Kissaran, roll a history check.
Oh boy. Where is my history? Okay. 10.
I mean, you get this feeling that you know what that might be, but you can't really remember.
Yeah.
Exact, like, name of it or whatever.
I remember what it looks like. I remember seeing it on the map I looked at as a kid, but I don't ever remember. It didn't have a name on the map I looked at, so.
I'm gonna have a note that you can occasionally stop just to like give the horses drink or like see if there's like.
It is a desert,
Yeah,
yeah.
if you just stop for a little bit, you can now inspect the contents of like the saddlebags that the horses are carrying, and you indeed see that there's food and stuff in there for the horses.
I'll give the horses a little bit of food and drink. Just to,
Okay, so you guys take a little break. People in the back can go out for a little bit of a stretch, and then you guys just proceed on your road again.
I'll sit back up.
On the road again.
I'm gonna drink some more of the firewater and offer some to Naronk and Abaran because they're in the back.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
I'll drink.
All right, I'll take a swig too. Fuck it.
Yeah, you insult me to my face, but you'll steal my booze. Jesus Christ.
Who,
Con
me?
save.
Con
I
save,
was
yeah.
never mean to you.
You were mean to me.
A bit terse, maybe.
16.
Mean.
14.
14,
17. Wait,
Okay.
16.
16.
Yeah.
So you all take a swig of the fire water. Narank and Aktanis get it down with relative ease. It burns a little. The burn is pretty like enough to have you be like, oh, that's uncomfortable, but it's not like making you cough or like, oh god. Abaran, you do cough a little bit as you drink, but all in all, it's not like you're dying. It's just a little bit of. Ooh.
It's not in a cool cough.
Character, I guess. Chest
Cool, like,
infection.
Yeah. So there you go.
Cool.
At this point, you guys travel. Get further and further along the road. It's getting close to dusk now. At this point, you guys have been on the road pretty much all day.
I'm gonna start looking out for places to stop, like as we go. So I know that's like kind of not like kind of shaded and kind of like off out a bit, so it's not like people can like wander past like, oh look, sleeping people, let's mug them. Just kind of thing.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
you lower perception check.
Ooh, 21.
Okay. You see that towards like your north, so to your left, pretty much. There's a little bit of an outcrop between some bushes and trees that now have properly, like the forest to your north is getting to look pretty dense. Whereas you're like, I reckon we can set up camp in there somewhere, close to the road, still hide the horses and make it so that people that are traveling the road won't see us when they walk past.
You're muted, Koiba.
Yeah, I think he's answering someone calling for him or something.
Yeah.
His parents.
He just started talking, and I was like,
Yeah.
What is up with you?
Do we want to
gonna
use
say
the
that-
time for like a bathroom break or something?
No,
Since
no,
you
no,
had
no,
to-
no. For the sake of that, I'll just say that Nicole was like, "Oh, we can camp here, guys."
Oh.
Uh,
Okay.
That is A+ impersonation.
I mean, he wasn't eating
Absolutely
any meat,
perfect.
so
10 out
Um,
of 10.
10 out
yeah,
of 10.
you guys guide the horses and the carriage into a little bit of through some like bushes to have it be a little less obvious that there's people there,
Okay.
and you find yourself a nice place to build a little fire and set up shop for the night.
Alright.
set up shop.
Cool.
What are we peddling?
Battling you in a second.
For sale,
Oh.
mediocre streamer and D&D player.
If we do want to set up shifts for the night, I only have to sleep for about 4 hours. So if y'all just cover that first 4 hours, I can do the rest of the night.
Okay, I can
Pretty
take
easily.
first watch because we haven't done much today. I'm pretty awake.
Hmm.
I can take a watch. I have no problem with that.
Cool, you guys take watch.
So-
I'm gonna sleep.
Kasern takes the first watch, Aberan the second, and then Aberan can wake up in the Ronk after his shift is done. And
Oh,
Cool.
sorry about that, I'm back.
Wow.
it's okay. You guys
Wake
are setting
up.
up camp.
The dude's
It's all good.
meditating, so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's true. So first, you guys build a little fire and have time to eat some of your rations to kind of, have some form of a meal. So mark down one portion
Yep.
of rations.
Yeah, I will.
Yep.
Let's like say I'll make sure the horses get fed and all that.
Is it as
Yeah.
good as the ham sandwich, ham and cheese
It's
sandwich?
not as good as a ham and cheese sandwich, but
I'm also gonna
it's
hand
still-
out the one bit of meat that was left. There was like 6 bits of meat left, so
Mm.
everyone can have some ham with their rations.
Cool.
rations and ham, my
Yay.
favorite.
Rations and ham.
It's
Rations and
what we
ham.
like.
The meal of a true champion.
You guys kind of, just kind of hang out around the fire, have some chats, maybe play some more games, and then when it's time for you all to have some rest, because you all know tomorrow is going to be another just day full of traveling.
I'm gonna just sleep hard. Just like
Uh, first watch was Kissaran.
Yep.
As the rest goes to sleep/meditate, roll a perception check.
Oh God, dirty one, not a natural one.
Yikes.
disgusting one.
My perception's a
You-
negative modifier. My wisdom.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
You hear some shuffling coming from some nearby bushes, loud enough for you to like notice it. and
Wow,
be like,
shit.
"Oh, Monka." You check it out. What do you do?
Yeah.
So you
Just
follow the
shuffling.
sound, and as you shuffle towards the sound, you hear it get louder, and as you get close enough, you hear the sound move away. Like it kind of almost as if you scared it. And it moved away. What do you do?
I'll go back to the camp. I'm not gonna follow it. Probably just scared off an animal, hopefully.
Alright, so you turn back to the camp and end your shift. You wake up Aberan and you go to bed.
Yep.
Aberan,
Yar.
your shift. Roll a perception check.
This is 10.
10. You hear some birds flying around, some calling to each other. You sit for a second and you notice some light shining through the trees and bushes that kind of hides you towards the road, pretty much. It's like a lantern. It's kind of like, oh, I punched the mic, sorry. It kind of like dangles back and forth. You hear some voices, and they stop for a second when they're about directly near where you are, and they discuss. They talk in a language I do not think you know.
What language is it?
Um,
I know. In fact, no. Don't tell me what it is. I know Common and Celestial. Do I recognize it?
no.
Then, yeah.
It's deep.
Rather than telling me what it is.
Deep speech. No.
Now that Lozan's left.
To you, it sounds like it's a lot of like high-pitched snarls almost. It doesn't really sound friendly, but After a while, they move on, and you see the light slowly disappear
So
towards
the light
the direction of the road.
moves. Okay.
Yeah, and soon after they disappear out of sight, and you don't hear them anymore.
Okay.
That's your shift done. So you can now notify Narong.
Yeah. When I tell Narunk that some people came past, they stopped, but they seem to keep moving, just so that he's aware.
All right, I'll keep an eye out for them then, just in
alright.
case.
Roll a perception check.
I'd also like to say that I want to blend in with the light foliage around using my Mask of the Wild trait that I have as a
You're
wood
going to
elf.
be doing some wood
So
elf shit.
be a little bit more hidden than normal.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Roll perception check.
17.
17?
Yes.
I have a cramp in my foot and it's killing me right now. Like it's really uncomfortable.
Does Narok notice this?
Narok notices the cramp in the DM's foot. Yes. You keep an eye out. You hear over the 4 hours, like towards the early hours of the morning, you hear some people walking by, just like along the road that you know where the road is, and it's like, oh, they're just following the road. Nothing that really alarms you.
Mm-hmm.
You also hear some rustling further into the forest, and something that sounds like whispering, but it's loud enough for you to notice.
I want to kind of sneak over and take a look.
Roll stealth check with advantage.
With disadvantage?
With advantage.
Oh, okay. It's a 19.
19?
Yeah.
You make it towards the whispers, and you look around, and you don't really see anything, but then you look up top, the top of the trees, and you see a group of 3 to 4 kenku on the thick branches of trees, looking at you with their beady eyes, not really saying anything, just looking at you.
Hello.
All 4 of them go, hello.
Can I help you, gentlemen or ladies?
They just look at you, nod, no. And one of
good
them
talk.
now opens their mouth and hears this very, very feminine, high-pitched voice. Don't need help, thanks! But it looks really weird because it's coming out of what to you looks like just a black bird head. So it just looks very out of place and out of...
All right. Y'all enjoy yourselves. Head back.
As you turn around, all 4 of them go, hello, in your voice. But yeah, they don't seem to be doing anything. They sit there.
All right then. I'll just stay on watch and keep an eye out for the things.
Sun has risen. You slowly wake up your traveling company for the morning.
I'm gonna make sure I'm the last one awake. I'm definitely no way.
Okay. Yeah, you guys all wake up. The rest of your shift went pretty okay. No wrong. Nothing really out of the ordinary. The only thing worth mentioning would be that Kenku encounter. It's a little like, that's interesting, but other than that. So
I don't know
wakes
if
up,
Sucker's camera's stopped or if he's just.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's just sitting very still. He does that more often. It's like,
It's just like,
he's moving. He's moving. Yeah, he just keeps sitting still now. You see his fucking smirk. And Nicole wakes up last.
Yeet.
All right.
I'll make sure the horses are still all fine and not fucking.
Yeah, horses are big billin', dude. They're chilling.
There's nothing, if we tried to, like, just forage nearby around the camp, there's nothing we'd find, like, any food in the wild, like, you know, berries or roots or anything.
Not really. You're
Okay.
pretty much on the outskirts of the
Yeah.
forest, so it's not really anything.
Okay.
I'll eat some rations just as a little breakfast.
When we go back to getting the carriage, I'd like to sit up front with Nicole.
Alright.
Couple goals.
I'll wait for everyone to get in and I'll start. The
In we go. Onwards.
All right. As you guys travel along the road on your second day of this, what is going to be a good 6 or 7 days of traveling.
Oh, wow.
The first, like the morning, goes by pretty quickly. Nothing really out of the ordinary, and then roll perception check as you keep traveling towards
Everyone.
your goal.
I think just the two outside the carriage.
14.
10.
Yeah, just the guys up to, in front of
10.
the carriage, pretty much. 10,
14.
14. Nicole kind of looks around and is like, "Oh,
Trees.
more sand, but also trees. Yay!"
Yay.
Naronk notices something in the distance on like the road. There's something on the road that you're not sure what it is, but you see
I
something.
want to whip out bad news and use my scope to look and see, since it'll give me advantage on that perception check to see what's there.
Okay. Because you have the scope.
Scope of the
right?
eagle. Yeah. That's a dirty 20.
All right. You take your gun out and scope in, and you see that there's a very big, massive tree collapsed onto the road.
Oh, I think Phil's at his gun up like, are you right there? Neuron?
Yeah. There's a tree in the road, and I want to take a little swivel around the area to see if anyone might be setting up an ambush or something.
You look through your scope, and you kind of gloss to the left towards the forest, where it would be the only logical place that the tree could have fallen from. And you see that a tree, like you see the tree stump that tree broke down from, and it looks, it doesn't look cut. It looks like something.
Looks just natural.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it just collapsed. You're still pretty far away, but it doesn't look like it's like sawed or whatever. It looks pretty like broken, like something.
Oh,
happened,
okay. So
caused
it's
the
natural.
injury. Yeah, it looks natural to you. Unfortunately.
Looks just like a tree just fell over. Might have been old and hollowed out or something or whatnot. We'll probably need to clear it when we get up there.
Yeah, we got a second.
Yeah, shortly after, doesn't really take you that long. You get towards that tree.
Oh,
Nicole stops the horses.
and I'll
Yeah,
get
and there's
down.
just a tree, and upon close inspection now, you see that the part of the tree that's been broken has some burn wounds, some burns, some charring. Roll a nature check.
Okay.
Everyone?
The two people, anyone that's like looking at like, how could this happen?
Oh, that's actually not bad. Okay, 16.
That's really good. Nature. 19.
Alright, it looks to you that this tree probably got like struck by lightning or something, and that caused it to just collapse, and that's also the reason that's a little burnt in some places.
Oh,
Alright.
Has the carriage come to a stop now then?
Yeah, the carriage just stopped, and
I've
Nicole
got-
and Narank are now just inspecting the tree and
Right.
why it could be on the road.
We'll get out and see why we've stopped.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out.
I'll say to run. Right, lads.
I'll get out as
move
well.
this tree out the road.
We're like, hey-
Get your move arms on.
Or, hey,
Let's
lady
push.
with the axe, look over at Aktanis. Maybe you want to cut it into some smaller pieces and we can all just...
Ugh, fine. Okay, I'm gonna get out and like start hacking it into smaller pieces with my axe.
Roll an attack.
Cool.
Natural.
Natural one.
Aktanis, slayer of trees.
21.
Just roll damage. Randomly and roll damage.
One.
Oh my god, math. 11.
You just take your axe and in one pretty like one swoop, you just cleave the tree in half, making now 2 smaller tree pieces.
Cool.
I will start to try and move.
Yeah, we could have 3
Yeah,
of us
I'll
push
make
one side, 3 of us push the other, just push them off to the side of the road.
Yes, push off
Cool.
the side.
Aberan's just
One
grumbling
barbarian
about,
each.
you know, more chopping things and having a flail and regretting his life choices.
Group 1. Roll a strength check to see if you can.
Who's group 1? We want
Who's
to just
group
do
one?
like split the vertical down
Who-
the lines
who
of
are, like the strongest people? Because we probably split them out. So I'd say that we split the
Zero and the 2
barbarians. Up.
barbarians.
Yeah.
And then my strength bonus is +3 because I just did a stat.
What does
Okay,
that? What
that's
does
fine.
that mean? What is a strength bonus?
Ha ha ha. I'm pretty strong because I've been sword fighting since I was 7. How's that?
All right,
There you
so
go.
why don't Nicole, Julia,
Thank you.
and the Furbolg take that side, and we'll take this
Okay.
side. And
Sure.
And then Dutch, can you roll for Tremaris? Because you have his
sure.
character stuff on a picture somewhere.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so Tremaris moves on to the first tree.
So this is just a straight strength check, right?
Yeah.
is
22.
Tremaris like caressing the tree?
I got you, Hanzo. Natural 20.
Hey,
Oh,
15.
22.
I mean, he is part giant.
Yeah,
22, Nicole?
and I got 15.
Okay,
Shit, we
so
fucking
yeah,
lose.
you guys pick up
Ugh.
this half tree and just chuck it to the side of the road, back into like the forest. So yeah, that goes pretty well. Group 2, if you guys want to roll your strength checks to see if you can move that piece of wood out of the way.
That's a 4?
Your delicate little elfin hands, you know, you're not.
Whoa.
23.
23.
Whoa.
Not one.
Oh.
They tell me. These are, it's the holy dice that I got. The white ones, they're cursed. I don't know
Okay.
what it is.
Before Aktanis manages to join you, so you guys are like, oh, we can do this with the 2 of us, and you pick him up, and it slips out of your hands, Narong, causing it to just drop on Aberan's toes. That hurts a little bit, you know. I'm gonna let you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage for that, because it's significant. Which
Don't worry,
Aktanis
guys. I'll just spend
walks
10
up-
minutes casting a
Aktanis just walks
healing
up,
spell.
picks up the entire log in her arms, puts it on her shoulders, and just walks it to the side of the road.
What the fuck? Is Narong still holding on? Like, is he on the end?
It slipped out of his hands, causing it to drop on your toes. So yeah, and Aktanis kind of just picks it up, looks at you with like a look of, and just chucks it to the side of the road.
Damn,
so
girl.
the road is now cleared.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
Yeah, so we can't move anywhere. I'm now going to take the 10 minutes to cast Prey of Him. No.
For 1 hit point.
Wouldn't you technically be able to do that while in the carriage? Because you're
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
actually,
mean,
yeah.
if there's enough room.
pretty sure you would be able to do that if
You
people scoot
could.
over
Yeah,
and do
but
that, yeah.
maybe I just want to be a pain.
I mean, I know you do. I'm just saying, like, you should be able to do that in the carriage.
I'll just get on the cart.
Yeah, I'll get back on the bench.
I'll just kind of wait for
cool.
everyone to get in. And just look around, like,
Okay.
All right, let's go.
When we do start riding, though, I do want to talk to Nicole real quick.
okay. I wonder.
So, Nicole, you
Yeah.
stole a book the other day.
I borrowed it.
I forgot.
And in the back of your minds, everyone just remembers
No, only me.
the
No,
I'm gonna take
crying
an goblin.
gnome that got robbed by this brutal blue dragon.
no one else knows about it. They just know I said, "Hey guys, we need to get the city quickly for no reason whatsoever."
Yeah.
Oh
No,
yeah.
but I'm pretty sure
I'm
Naran
a-
knows though. Naran-
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
asked you
I
about
saw it all.
didn't I was really sketched.
Yeah, but yeah,
Um,
so you guys, yeah, you can discuss that without the rest of the guys hearing it.
Why was that book so important to you?
You know, I mean, no. We're fighting, you know, this big cult, right? We've got, you know, this giant sphere, this weapon. We're going after Aktanis' circus, and you're wondering about my reading habits. I mean, come on, get your priorities.
When your reading habits tend to affect why we can be in a city, I would say that it becomes part of my problem.
I will very reluctantly kind of get the book, and I'll open it up onto that page. that has the picture on it.
Mhm.
Gypsy, give me 1 second. Let me quickly find something.
Yeah, just
Pogs.
link it. Just link it to.
Yeah.
If you want to just DM it.
Oh,
to
I can
Discord.
DM it to him. It'll probably be
No,
quicker, and you can
okay,
keep
okay.
talking.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Pogs, it works.
Yeah, just DM it to Soko.
Yeah, I'm doing it now.
I'm looking for this shall we say, it has an importance to me, and I want to know more about that.
Have you ever seen it before, Dutch?
No.
And can he? And I'll show him. I'll point to the writing that I can't read on that has the name. I was like, don't suppose you could read this language, could you?
What language is it?
Shit. Fuck. I forgot. Hang on. It's in my notes.
Wasn't it Celestial, I think?
No, I don't know. I've not. He didn't say. I didn't ask. He didn't say. He said you can't read it.
See, that's the thing. If you can't read it, you shouldn't know what
Yeah, I
language
don't know
it
the
is.
writing.
What languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Elvish, the Gunslinger's secret language, and Celestial.
No, you don't speak.
Okay.
Pretty sure I know what language it is.
No, I've never seen this kind of text before.
Oh, okay. Well, it seems like it's probably quite ancient text, so it's probably a lost language. That's fine. Thank you. But yeah, just needed it for some reading. Still.
I see. Is there a reason why this symbol is so important to you?
It's just interesting.
Would you like me to reach out to some friends the next time I'm able to know
that'll
if they
be
know?
fine. It's just my little project, shall we say?
All right.
And I kind of just take the book and just kind of look not angry that I had to say anything, but just kind of like that really awkward just look away and just kind of sigh.
Okay.
Carriage dissolves in awkward silence.
Yeah, no, right.
Okay. So that conversation passes, and unless people in the back of the carriage are like, "Ooh, I have something to do," the hours
No.
go by pretty uneventful again. After getting rid of the tree on the road, and again, it's getting pretty close to the evening already.
I will again try and find somewhere for us, as it starts to get probably I'm gonna say a little bit later this time. But I'll try and find just somewhere I was looking out for us.
It's about dusk now, and you don't really
Okay.
see anything just yet where you're like, ooh, let's camp there.
Okay.
So you want to continue.
I'll continue
you
going
could-
for a bit longer until I find somewhere. Now I'm just not being very picky about it. I'm just kind of somewhere that would be, just a bit off the road that we can.
Okay.
just kind of-
Now that the evening has properly fallen, you roll a perception check.
Is it dark? Is it gonna be is it?
Just normal perception check.
Oh, natural 1.
Heat.
So, 4, but natural 1.
You don't really see anything. You just it's dark. It's hard for you to see.
Naronk, can you see anywhere for us to stop?
Sure. 16?
You notice to the right of the road, a little bit further along, some stone structures looking like abandoned houses. They look a little rough, but it has a roof and it might provide some shelter for the night.
Alright. Looks like there's a abandoned house over here in a cool, and we might be able to set up shelter in for the night.
I will start to go up to the abandoned house.
Okay. So yeah, you get there. You manage to put the horse and carriage it's kind of hard to put it out of sight because the houses are kind of along the road, but
As much as we can.
there's three buildings there. One pretty big building, partially collapsed roof, partially collapsed wall. And there's 2 smaller houses on the other side, like not necessarily attached to it, but pretty close to it. Yeah.
Is there a way to get up to like? Is like the bigger building does it have like 2 floors?
No, it's all single floor.
I'll go check out the bigger building.
There's 2 ways that you could enter. You could try the door, or just try the collapsed part of wall.
I'll try the glass part of the wall.
So you hop over some rubble, and on the inside, roll a little perception check.
18.
Okay. You look around, and this looks like someone used to live here. But on the inside, you see some like torches on the wall that aren't lit. You see some ransacked like cabinets and some ransacked bookcases. Looks like there hasn't really been anyone in here in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, you don't really see anything too significant.
And the cabinets are like all like wide open, just gone.
Yeah, they're like ransacked, empty. Anything that could have been here of value has probably been picked clean by other travelers that beat you to this place.
All right, guys. Looks like this building's clear. We should be able to at least stay in this one for the night, if not the other ones as well. And I'll go ahead and set up my little area.
Yeah.
All right. There are some unlit torches in the sconces on the wall.
I'll use my tinderbox and start lighting them.
Provides a nice little bit of light. There's one part of the roof that is also collapsed, but so there is some rubble in the middle of the room as well. But there's definitely room for all of you guys to kind of pick a little spot to call shelter for the night. Yeah.
Now start.
All right, who's doing the watch of the night? So you guys have some food as well, so mark down another portion of rations.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you guys? What's the?
I don't mind taking a watch if no one else is going to.
I mean, I could do it again, but my perception... I'm not the most observant person.
I'll take my same watch as the last time.
Say to Narok, when you have your watch, wake me up.
All right, I'll do that.
Gonna glare very pointedly at Chimeris and Aktanis, since
What?
neither of them have volunteered.
I can take first watch.
Alright, Tremaris is taking first. I'll give Aktanis a minute, and if she doesn't want to speak up, I'll take second.
Does Aktanis not? I'm gonna.
No, she just kind of like raises an eyebrow back at Aberon. It's like, what? I'm not doing it.
Clearly she's so thankful we're ditching our quest to go help deal with this part of her life. Anyways.
I would have thought that
She just doesn't like Aberon
someone
right now.
as nervous and on the run as you would have trouble sleeping anyway. And...
We are moving towards your past and your persecutors, after all. I'm shocked you don't want to be more involved in your own safety, but you know.
All the more reason why you sleep.
So we're in an actual like solid building now, so this is more relevant. Can I use my ring of alarm?
Yeah.
Because you never sent me a thing on it. I just have it written down that I have it.
Yeah, you can cast alarm 3 times per long rest, I believe.
Okay.
Hang on, I have it written down.
I would hope it's long rest, because 3 times per short rest is a bit nuts.
Yeah, 3 times per long rest. You can just cast the spell alarm, so you can set up a little like.
Okay.
area.
Do I still need the thread that is required for alarm?
No, the ring kind of makes it so that you can just use the ring and chant
Yeah,
some words.
I'll go around the building and.
Oh,
sort of
yeah,
mark
we have
my
that.
way around the perimeter with the ring.
Then we can maybe all sleep.
So you take a minute. You walk around the building. It's 20-foot cube, so you manage to get the entire building surrounded by this limit. And from now on, anyone that gets within the walls of this house that is not your party will trigger an alarm that will.
So it's everyone that goes in or out, right? And I can choose who does or doesn't set it off.
Yeah, it's unwanted intrusion. So if you're like, these people are fine, you can make it so that if they cross the limits, it doesn't alarm you. Only if people other than them do it, or creatures. It's unwanted intrusion.
Okay, so
your
I want
party
the
doesn't count
alarm.
as unwanted. So
I want the alarm to be audible rather than mental, so it wakes everyone up.
Yeah.
And yeah, just unwanted intrusion. I'll make it so that everyone in the party can come back in if they go through it, and it won't set it off.
Alright.
I trust these people to not ditch us and run. Smile. In character,
Alright.
I trust them.
Smile.
Okay, so yeah, you take your minute to walk around the perimeter, chant some incantations, and your ring starts to glow a little bit as you walk. And as you walk, you can see like a line of light emits from your ring. And as you walk, the line gets just longer and longer. And as you walk around the building and connect the ring to the start of the line of light, it disappears. But your ring now glows very faintly. Like a yellowish light. It didn't do that before, so you gather that the spell is now in place.
Excellent.
Excellent.
All right.
Sleep.
First watch was Shamaris.
I'll let everyone know that they don't need to.
Yeah, now we can stay sleeping because he's done that.
Because it'll wake us all up if something happens.
If something enters your house, so if
Comfortable with a watch myself.
As long as the thing entering the house isn't a firebolt, I'm sure we'll be fine. But
I don't
Or a
think-
hail of arrows.
Wouldn't it be wise? I'm Tremaris, by the way. Wouldn't it be wise to have someone awake regardless, just in case we hear something from nearby?
It's entirely up
Fair.
to you.
I think I
But
feel more
nothing's
comfortable
going to
having first
threaten
watch
us.
and having someone else take over my watch when I'm done.
I agree.
So who do
Okay.
I wake up after my watch is done?
You can wake me up.
And he takes his first watch. You guys all get your sleeps. Tremaris sees.
Nothing.
Yeah, his watch goes by pretty uneventful. No sounds, nothing travels along the road. Pretty quiet. So he wakes up Kassiran.
Alright.
And he then goes for some shut-eye. Roll perception check.
18.
You hear pretty distant but loud cries of agony.
Oh
A
god.
very deep, burly voice, just crying out in what you recognize that either he's having really interesting sex or he's in a lot of pain. And it seems to be coming from into the woods across the road.
How far off
mean,
does it
the-
sound? Does it
The
sound
two
like...
aren't mutually exclusive.
Does it sound... True. Does it sound just like outside, or does it sound like really far away, middle ground, like...
It's close enough for you to hear, but it's definitely not like right
Okay.
across the road.
Okay.
It's into the woods.
I will wake up Aberan and Narank and ask them to listen and see what they make of the noise.
Ooh, okay.
Everyone else is still
What were you
asleep.
listening for?
I wake up and go. I'm like, can you hear the? Can you hear that sound? It sounds like someone's in pain somewhere. I want to make sure it's not just me.
22.
22. Anyone? Who else is awake?
Just them.
Aberan.
Oh yeah.
Habran. Okay. What did you roll, Habran?
6.
You're not really sure. You hear the rustling of the wind. Narank, however, also hears just a very distant but loud enough for you to notice it. Cries for help, cries in pain, agony, and the voice sounds to be pretty manly, deep voice.
Is it the ham seller?
It's not the ham seller. Spoiler alert.
Deserved it.
Yeah, I hear the cries. Should we wake the party and check it out, or should we check it out ourselves?
I don't know. I'm kind of I guess we should, in case it's something just the three of us can't handle.
You can wake up Aktanis then. And
I
I'll
will wake up Aktanis.
There you go. I like that plan.
I'll wake up Nicole.
I'll kind of nudge her awake and then jump back.
Anyone waking up Samaras?
Oh yeah, I could go wake him up again and just be like, "Hey, I know
We
you only
leave the
just went to
Furbolg
sleep."
in the corner.
Well, because of the ring, we could have left part of our party behind, but I guess it's not a wise idea to split the party in case this is a
I mean, if
large.
he's not feeling well, we should leave him to sleep and recover.
Tremaris feels
Why did you
fine.
wake me up?
Listen for a moment and you'll know.
You wake up Samaras as
We're,
well?
we're hearing some cries of agony.
So you
I
wake up
think we need
Samaras,
to-
right, Kisran?
Yeah.
Okay, so he wakes up. Roll a perception check for those that just woke up. Samaras focuses
9.
for a second and does hear what you guys are talking about. Nakul doesn't. He's like, oh, I don't
8.
really hear anything. And Aktanis also has trouble really hearing what you guys are hearing, but Tremaris, Narank, and Kissaran do hear.
I mean, if it's important enough to wake up, I don't hear it yet. But
Oh, was it a male or a female voice screaming? Could we
It's-
tell?
Male.
Very, very manly.
Okay.
Deep voice.
I think we should go help
Manly.
check it out.
I think you guys are having auditory hallucinations. I want to sleep.
Well, then you're more than welcome to stay here while we go maybe fight some monsters and loot some things.
I hear it too, and if we can help someone in need, I feel like we should do it.
Yeah.
Look, with people looking for you, if you want to stay here on your own in bed asleep, unconscious, that's entirely up to you.
The ring
I
of
would
alarm is
suggest-
here, so you'll know if someone comes in the house, but you'll be alone. So.
I would suggest that we stay together for the sake of not dying or having people go missing, as we are all technically here to protect you at the moment.
She kind of like points her axe towards Abra and goes, "You're a dick," and then follows it.
I'm just gonna go.
You are
Hey,
a
Akta-
cocksucker!
I'm just gonna be like, hey, Aktanis. Ever heard the expression "pot calling the kettle black"? As we walk out.
And Brent's just walking back like, if I need to be a dick to make things work, then... If that's what
As
gets
we
you
go, I
moving...
want to try and blend in with the foliage using my.
Oh,
triple
fancy.
I will.
He's a wood elf.
Whoa, Dutch, how
Rude.
dark is it? Fucking pitch black outside.
I mean, to this point, like you went to bed. 2 hours have gone by. We're about half an hour into Tremaris just went to bed, so it's like close to midnight at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, I will light up a torch so I can see.
If I see...
Oh,
do I
shit.
see Nicole go to light up his torch?
I mean, he's not hiding it, so yeah. You.
No.
I'm just gonna... I'm gonna take the torch off him. And at the top, I'm just gonna cast light.
Oh, thanks.
So the torch now emits. You can pick the color of that, I believe, with light as well.
Flashing wave colors.
A soothing and comfortable radiant gold.
Okay, there we go.
Bright as shit, like fucking.
Actually, no,
I'm
I'll go
pretty
blue.
sure-
I'll go blue because it's less bright for people who aren't in it, and we're less likely to get spotted. Yeah, it's a color of your
Yeah,
choice.
you can pick the
It's a
color.
20-foot radius, and then
And
a
after that, it's 20 feet of dim lit as well.
Yeah.
So it's 20 feet worth of normal light, and then after that, it's 20 more feet.
It's kinda
I'll make it.
squeezing
I'll make
because
it
it's so
dark
bright.
blue so that it's nice on everyone's eyes. No one whines, and it's harder to spot.
Wah!
Mm.
Wow, you've made my torch bright.
Oh no, I wanted strobe lights. God damn it.
Yeah, I wanted. Oh, say yeah, no, it's just it changes color.
Okay. So you guys all mosey on over towards the
Mosey
sound,
on.
and as you get into the woods, at this point, you now all hear cries for help. They seem to have. They sound a little weaker than they did before.
Because they're getting
Um,
murdered.
And as you get closer, you find a couple of just a couple of ruins in the forest, and you see a good 8 hooded individuals surrounding someone that you cannot see because making it hard for you to really see what's going on. The cries for help have stopped at this point, but you can still see the 8 hooded individuals kind of doing
Oh
something.
dear.
Over
Hearing
there.
them stop, I'm gonna sprint.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
I'll take a shot.
Oof. Well, I'm just running in.
Hey,
Okay.
look, you weren't hallucinating.
As I see Nicole running in.
All right. Nicole starts running. You take a shot with your bad news, I presume. They're about.
Yeah.
I'd say they're about 80 feet away at this point. You guys
Yeah,
are
I'll take a
kinda-
bad news shot
I'm
then.
gonna dash basically like 50 to 60 feet.
I'll follow him because he's got the torch.
Just to give you guys a little bit of a lay of the land, because I didn't make a map for this.
So,
There's quite some broken down walls in between you and them that could provide half, maybe even a quarter cover.
Okay.
They are what looks like inside the middle of kind of a big open room, ruined walls, like broken walls around it, surrounding them. They have not heard you yet. So I'm just to give you guys a little bit of an idea
They're about
of,
to.
of the land.
Yeah.
Fuck,
you're about to.
I'm just basically running like straight. I'm trying to take the quickest path we can get to them.
I'll prop up on like one of the half cover walls.
That would be 60 feet, right?
Instead
So you're
of first
dashing?
shot.
Yeah, 60 feet.
I'll go ahead and-
towards one of the ruined walls that is like separating you from that room, so you could choose to like kind of get behind that for the time being.
Nah, I'm good.
You good?
Nicole's pelting it straight
Okay.
off.
I'm telling it straight there.
I'll
follow him.
I'm gonna go ahead
Well,
and
I'm
take
gonna-
my crossbow out and ready it.
I'm
I'm gonna
gonna
follow
follow.
him.
I'm gonna follow. Nicole and like hide behind the water. Like
How far did you say they were away?
80.
80 feet.
80 feet.
Yes.
And how many is there?
8
8.
that you see. There's 8 hooded individuals.
easy.
8 hooded individuals.
Yes.
I don't know if I should attack them.
Do it.
Yeah, but I don't know if Abraham would attack them without knowing what's going on yet.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
wrong,
not attacking
roll
you.
your attack. Which one are you targeting? Because they're kind of like all in like a half circle. pretty
So we
much.
could have just gone, hey,
who
what are
looks
you
like the
doing?
biggest threat?
They all look pretty equal in height.
They're all just
and
hooded
looking at them from the
dudes.
back, so you don't really know.
I'll shoot the
I'm-
guy closest to me then.
Having
Okay,
That's a 22 to hit.
Alright.
that hits.
Okay, so they know we're here now because
Yep.
you've had
They're,
enough.
they're about to.
Bang.
They're
Yeah.
about to.
Yeah, it's a loud motherfucker.
So Kuiper's moved 60 foot forward. Laurent's shooting.
Can I?
That's 17
Damage.
damage.
Jesus. Am I able now that I'm closer up? Am I able to see like the person who's like? Can I see like what they're surrounding, or are they surrounded all the way around?
They're surrounded all the way around them. They kind of pinned him in like against the wall, and they're like kind of
All around, yeah. So
around
that's-
him.
Okay,
So you can't really see until they move.
okay.
And as Nicole charges toward the group, you guys are still kind of discussing. Everyone's like, "Do we attack? I don't know." You just hear a loud as Narank
Decided.
fired his rifle.
Yeah, we're
hitting,
fighting.
One of the 8 hooded individuals in the back with a bullet. You see a streak of blood kind of just splatter against a nearby broken down wall as it now turns around, looking at you. Not saying anything, but looking at you. Roll initiative, motherfuckers!
Lit.
Oh, damn it. I could have made an attack, but no.
Yeah, that moment faded away when
Yep.
Narank decided
When
to
Laurent
shoot.
fired, yeah. I was going to do something cool.
Welcome, guys.
Can I have at least moved the 30 feet after Kuiper?
I moved
Because
60
that's what I was
Oh,
doing.
oh,
That, and then I was going to debate whether or not
60,
to move
right.
more or to...
Yeah, boys. I'm running really good, so I'm gonna roll shit in this combat.
Nah, you'll be fine. I believe.
Hey! I changed dice and
I'm
got a
rolling
good
initiative
roll finally.
for 8 people, so give me a second here.
Yeah.
And
Hey.
because I have to roll for tremendous as well.
I'm
Do
gonna
you
get
want me
a
to
drink.
roll for Tremere?
Yeah,
No, it's all
guys,
good. I have his information here, so I can also
guys,
like,
quickly do
use the
a
spells and
drink
stuff.
break right now. Just quickly go.
If you guys want to go for a quick
Yeah, if you
break
wanna
while I
go-
do this initiative thing, we could. Like, you guys are about to
Okay.
do initiative. Let's do a little break, then, yeah. So I can-
Oh, okay, I'll put it on break. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Play some
We'll
music.
go ahead and do a little break.
They can also prepare the combat music while on break as well, so you have a little time.
Yep.
for
We'll be
that.
back
And,
in like
Yeah, I
3
got it.
minutes, guys.
Gotta
take a little break, and when we get back, the party's about to either get fucked up or fuck some shit up.
Get fucked up or fuck shit up. One of the two.
Or get fucked up and
Both.
fuck shit up.
Alrighty, let's get back to
I'm
some
jamming to
monster
the-
Hey,
killing.
chat, I missed you. Don't ever leave me again.
I'm clingy. What can I
What's
say?
for the monsters?
Why do you think all my exes left? Don't be like them.
All right.
Wow. Big oof.
So while we were on break, I made up the initiative order. The only one that I'm missing right now is Kissaran.
Oh, 19.
19.
We all rolled
What?
really well today. Even
I know.
Hanzo. Oh wait.
Just
Oh,
so
Damaris has an initiative of 18. Boys.
just
So
so
what you're
just so
saying is
viewers
that-
know, because so I rolled 19. What's our initiative order of the party?
I rolled 19.
I already got those.
I got 16.
But they want to know. And then when you rewatch the episode for the wiki, so you can track dice rolls, you should say it out loud.
Facts.
You're all right. So yeah, we have 19 for Kissaran and Nakul, 18 for Tremaris.
Okay.
16 for Bran, 16 for Aktanis, 15 for Narong.
Yo, we all rolled legit.
I'm last
Yeah.
with 15. What
Yeah,
the
we all rolled
My
legit.
guy, dead ass.
I mean, you're not
Well, I
counting the
didn't roll
bad
a
guys.
shit initiative.
I didn't roll shit initiative, guys.
Plus, you did just fire, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
Alright.
With that shot hitting one of the boys, the initiative has begun. You did a severe chunk of damage to him, though, Naronk. You saw some blood splatter on the floor, on like the wall in front of the guy that you hit, and you heard like a loud tink, which gives you the idea that the bullet just went right through and hit.
Oh.
Like it's just clean through. One of the outer enemies now turns around, whips out his crossbow. Hood, still pretty hard for you to see what you're exactly fighting. But it turns around and the first thing it sees is a blue dragonborn running towards them. So he's going to take aim with his crossbow and trying to fire a bolt at you.
Should have hid behind that wall.
18 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, he hits you with his light crossbow. You just as you run towards him, you just get hit by a dart that kind of jams in between some of your scales, kind of like where your shoulder begins. It hits you for. What's the damage die for that again? 10. That's a heavy crossbow. My bad. Okay, well, cool. That's fine, I guess. 6 piercing damage as you take the bolt. And it's going to use his movement to kind of take cover behind a nearby wall, and he is now considered to be in half cover. Right. Now, the guy that got shot turns around, sees Nakul, and sees further the origin of the shot, and sees you, Naronk. He takes out 2 daggers and closes the gap between him and Nakul, and is going for just 2 daggers straight to the old gut. Which
Poor
is literally
Nakul.
the only thing that they can hit right now.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay, the first one is a 14 to hit,
It's just
and the second one is a natural 16, so that definitely hits.
definitely.
As both of his daggers stab you in the stomach, you take a grand total of.
Please don't be hurt. I have other things to do.
You know what should have been a good meme? I should fucking reach for it.
Yeah.
11 piercing damage
11, fuck me.
and
Uh-oh.
2 fire damage.
2 fire.
As you notice that both daggers are on fire as
Oh shit.
jammed into you. Next up is another dagger-wielding individual.
Good.
Yeah. The lowest initiative on my list is 6, but all the others are above 10. So now the other guy that's kind of was also in the middle of it all turns around, and instead of rushing towards you, he's going to also take cover behind a piece of wall, giving him half cover as well. Because he saw what happened to his buddy. He got hurt pretty bad from a distance, so he wants to make sure that he's kind of covered until you guys get closer. So that's gonna be his turn. Kissaran.
So the dude that got shot by Naronk also is now up and in like combat with Nakul.
Correct.
So if I were to shoot with my crossbow, I might hit Nakul.
If you were to roll a natural one.
Okay,
maybe,
okay,
then that's, you know.
okay. I will go ahead and since before the fight I said I took it out and had it ready, I'll fire a crossbow bolt at the one who's already injured. And that is a 15 to hit.
15. They hit the guy that's in combat with Nakul currently.
Yeah, the one that got shot by Narank.
Okay, yeah, just hits.
Yes. All right.
Nice.
For 9 damage.
Okay. So use your crossbow for this, right? You have a
Yes.
crossbow?
Yep.
Yeah. As you see one of them immediately threatening one of your teammates, you just take aim with your crossbow and fire a bolt at him, hitting him in the upper thigh. You hear a call, like a yell for a yell like he's in pain,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounds identical to the yelling for pain that you've been following here into these woods. Identical.
Well, that's off-putting, but okay.
All right. That's gonna be your turn, I assume. Are you gonna get closer? What are you doing?
As a bonus action, can I yell out to our party, "Wait, these might be the good guys." See if anyone.
They're wearing black cloaks.
So are we when we want to be stealthy. Like,
My cloak ain't black.
well, like you get what I mean. Either way, that I swear to God, that was the pain, the cries of pain we came here to help, just came from the guy I shot. But you do whatever you want. All right,
Okay.
turn.
That's gonna be your turn. Nakul. You have a boy right up in your grill. Roll a little perception check.
Perception check?
Because now that they're up close, you might have a chance to
9.
recognize what it might be. 9. To you, what you're fighting, it looks to have a beak. That's about
A
all you
beak?
can see.
It's the fucking Kenku's.
Oh,
It
then
is,
there.
but meta game.
None of
Yep,
you guys
yep,
noticed
yep,
that's cool at
yep.
this point.
What Kenkus? What do you mean?
What's a Kenku? I don't know.
It's just a good to myself. Okay, right.
Colonel Sanders would have a wet dream.
The only one that knows of the Kenku before is Naran.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I'm assuming that all of us like at least know what Kenku are, though, right? Are
I'm
they
just kind of looking
prolific
at it,
in?
but like, would you say
Would I say what, sir?
that there's a group of them, right? And is that group in a kind of line shape?
If you were to use your breath weapon,
Yeah.
you would hit the guy directly
Hypothetically.
in front of you.
Yeah.
And yeah, the guy that went for half cover, but that doesn't does that? What? That gives him advantage on the dex save, but you could still possibly hit him.
So
So you could hit 2 with that breath weapon.
Okay. No, I will bonus action rage.
I would like to rage.
Then
Wow.
I will.
Weird flex, but okay.
So where are the other ones? Where are the other?
One of them went to like the right of the room to get
Yeah, where
cover.
like
One
the
of them is
most
like
of them in a collect.
still kind of collected in the middle, like around the guy that is now a little more visible because the 2 middle ones moved away, so you have a little better.
I will run
Look
past
at
the one
him.
that hit me.
You're gonna run past the one that hit you. He gets an attack of opportunity.
Yeah,
Then.
that's fine.
Hey, Laura, can you permit me, please?
So you run past him. Wow, that's not gonna hit. He rolls 7 to hit.
Yep. That is.
So as you run past him, he tries to put another one of his flame tongue daggers in you, but you manage to kind of push him out of the way. Like you kind of like push him, giving you a little bit of the speed you need to bolt out of there. Where are you going?
Basically to get as many of them as I can with my breath attack.
Okay.
So like, but just trying to get up to them really, to the big group.
Okay, if you get to that, you get to that big group because they were only like 20 feet away from you.
Yeah.
If you like kind of angle it to your left, you will be able to hit 3 of them.
Yeah, I'll do that then, and I'll use my breath attack. Please make a dex save.
It's a dex save for 3 homies. Hang on. It's 1d20, that's 2d20.
What
Have
did
they
you
all
do?
failed or all passed?
3
A
nat ones.
natural 2 on all 3 of the
All
dice.
3 dice.
What the fuck?
Hey Dutch,
Zappy boy!
Dutch, welcome to my world.
Oh yeah,
What
I
the
don't think Corey has
shit?
ever rolled with advantage
Can
without
I
getting.
show this to you? It's hard for you to see. Never
Yeah,
mind.
it's really hard.
Long wire, but what the fuck?
What the fuck?
None of them make their saves, Nicole.
They will take 11 points of damage. Hey, quick question, actually. Do I add
Quick
my
answer.
range damage? Do I add my range damage this or not? Is range damage only melee or is it everything?
I believe Rage is melee.
I think
I
it's
thought it was
melee only. I'm
That's
pretty
fine.
sure.
Yeah, 11 damage.
I can check if you want, but
If you want to do it real quick, but I'm pretty sure it's only melee attacks.
yeah, I'm 99% sure.
I'm like, so am I.
Okay, so you
I will
hit. Let me just quickly do a thinking. You
I
hit
will
this guy.
Say with my breath weapon, if anyone's looking, you see it kind of looks like has like an extra swirl to it. It looks like bigger. Like it looks like it's more powerful than it was before.
When you make a melee weapon attack using strength, you gain a +2.
Melee weapon. I thought it was melee. I just like
You
wait.
hit this guy.
I wrote rough notes on what rage does, and it just says +2 damage. I'm like, that's not helpful.
No, it's only melee dice. But you hit all three of them for 11 damage as you open your mouth and a brighter, a little more violent looking streak of lightning leaves your mouth as you guys also hear a little more primal roar as Nicole opens his mouth for the breath weapon. And the three people that you're hitting all kind of like stand there and just take the lightning. And as you stop the breath weapon, they still kind of twist, kind of like do that. Yeah, that hurt.
That hurts.
Okie dokie. Shermaris now has a turn, and Shermaris, let me just quickly open up his spell sheet. Because Shermaris is long rested and is ready to fucking kick some ass, dude. Where's the spell sheet? There it is! Alright. How many spell slots does this man's have? Okay.
I would assume a number between 1 and 10.
Correct. He's going to... use his bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on Nicole, because he's kind of in the fray, in the thick of it, so you got a +2 to your AC. Wait, kind of like mark down spell slots? Oh, I can, that's it. Okay, cool.
Does Shield of Faith stat?
No.
Down.
And he's going to use... you know what, dude? He's just gonna go for a little firebolt, you know? Why not?
Because it's what he does. Edgelord
This is
Tremaris.
what he
Ragey boy.
He's going to fire it at the guy that already looks pretty damaged, that took the bullet and
Yeah.
took the crossbow bolts. The one that Nicole was in one with earlier. What's his attack modifier? That just hits.
Yeah.
That. I'm a better Tremaris than Hanzo is.
Rude.
Maybe
It's
this
my
sickness is
attacks.
all the bad rolls leaving his
It's a
body.
joke, Hanzo. I love you.
Like I said, we weren't too sure, so I.
Yeah. And hits him for 8 fire damage. That's pretty nice. As he just hurls a firebolt towards the guy that previously was in a fight with Nicole. A bright orange light kind of brightens up this very dark night. The dude's still standing, but he's starting to look pretty hurt.
So Hanzo hit him and did 8 damage. Is this man part bookshelf?
No, he's not.
House.
He's going to use his movement to get a little closer and duck behind one of the broken down walls, giving him half cover. Okay. So that's Tremaris' turn. One of the guys that got hit by the breath weapon now has a turn, and he's pretty angry at a certain blue dragonborn that just fucked him up. And he's going to whip out his sword
Really?
and strike at you with his short sword.
Bring it, bitch.
Oiba.
Bring it, bitch.
I saw that.
18 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. Hits you for 6 slashing damage, and I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution save.
Uh-ohs.
Oh, sh.
Oh,
I know
SpaghettiOs.
19.
19? Okay. You do not take any other damage then.
Yo, do I? You say 6, so half to 3, yeah.
Yeah, you're raging.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
All right, that's his turn. The guy that kind of went for the cover on the right is now going to peek around the corner, aim his longbow at I'm gonna say it, kiss around.
Oh man.
It's gonna whiz past me.
Oh, okay, that's 13 to hit.
Nope, misses.
There you go. So he takes aim and shoots an arrow in your direction, and you see it coming, and you just kind of dodge out of the way as it just whizzes past you into the woods. You hear him, the guy, say something in what language do you speak?
I speak, I think, just common and primordial. Yeah.
Okay, so he says something, and to you all it sounds like it. No, it's not a bird-like sound.
Oh,
it's
okay.
language
Just a
you
weird
don't
noise,
understand.
okay.
Should we just put in the chat what languages we all speak?
No, it's all good.
No, it's more
This is
fun.
the fun thing about these guys is they can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Keikus can speak what the fuck ever they want, depending
Does
on.
anyone
they've
else
heard it
understand
before,
what the
yeah.
Kenku says? That's not a Kenku? The
Anyone speak
figure?
Goblin?
Oh,
I wish.
nope,
We're gobbling on these hams.
No one speaks Goblin, then none of you understand what he just said.
nope.
Goblin.
Okay, so that's his turn. Yo, man, like Brian,
I'm like, yeah, I don't know who that is, so.
Aberran.
Very
Your
naughty
turn, homie.
boy.
He's not Brian, he's a very not. Right, so I had already moved 30 feet ahead, so I was 30 feet behind
You're
Koiba before he
currently
fell.
50 feet away from.
Yeah,
but
but-
you are.
so the guy
you
that- who
are-
was
whoa, whoa,
stabbing
you
Koiba.
are 30 foot away from the guy that wasn't the one from Koiba earlier.
Yeah,
or
the wrong shot.
Yeah.
So
you
I'm
are
gonna
30
run
feet
30
away.
feet at that guy.
Mhm.
Then I'm gonna try and beat his ass with my flail.
Okay.
That's a natural one.
Nope.
As you whip out your flail and try to hit him, you kind of lodge it in between like a crack in the wall, and you kind of try to pull it out. But yeah, any chance of attack you had there is now lost.
Yikes. Okay, as my bonus action, I will cast Spiritual Weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast it because I can cast it within, I think it's 60 feet. Yeah. So I'm gonna cast it in the cluster of them that were stood around where Nicole is.
Okay.
In a position where maybe if it's within 60 feet, that the spiritual weapon is, oh no, behind one of them.
What does it look like?
Just a flail. It's gonna be a magical flail again.
Okay, so as you miss your attack with your flail, you chant some incantations and do some movements with your hand, and pretty much next to you, Nicole, a spiritual weapon just appears, materializes out of thin air, looking like a regular, just like a floating flail, and emitting some like radiant light. So that's gonna be your turn then.
It can attack when I cast the spell.
Oh, true. Yeah, my bad.
That is a 14 to hit. Bollocks.
Unfortunately, doesn't hit.
All right.
Ooh,
As
rip.
the flail now goes for an attack, and one of the boys easily dodges
I'm-
out of the way.
All of my dice are cursed today, apparently.
Apparently.
Whenever the first guy hit with my lightning breath, he has disadvantage when he's attacking someone not me. Just as a reminder. I don't know what
Cool. Aktanis.
Hey.
It is you.
Okay. I'm gonna rage. And I'm gonna charge towards the birds and attack with my axe.
Okay.
My cool new axe as well.
Yeah, that's what I
Just to
figured.
clarify, just to make sure. Just so you know.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Dope. That is 17 to hit.
Yeah, your movement will get you to the guy that's already kind of been roughed up by the entire group, the one that
Yeah.
Aberan. Actually, your movement won't get you there. I don't think, because
I have 30 movement. Because I dashed to where Nicole
So
was,
Koiba,
and then
Yeah, she was with Nicole, but she was behind
Yeah.
the wall.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then yeah, you can get there. Yeah.
cool.
Yes. Okay. You can get there. 17 to hit. Hits.
Mhm.
Uh, roll your percentile dice.
And so that's it. Don't fuck this up. Oh crap, I dropped it.
Hey guys, Belle has a cool art.
How much does it have to be?
What did you roll?
I rolled 80%.
As you strike this guy with your axe, a spectral wolf appears.
It's
next to you.
Milo!
Hey! The wolf's name is
Milo
Milo.
rolls.
By the
He's
way,
on my feet.
Barking.
I was gonna say we don't get to see Milo the way you're sitting anymore, and I'm
He was
disappointed.
just on the bed.
You can have it do one
That
attack
might
and then
be-
it will disappear again, but you have to do it this turn.
Cool.
So roll your
Um,
damage for your own attack first.
Okay. Oh fuck, I nearly knocked everything over. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is going really good for me. Cool, that is
Oh my god, Gypsy.
10 damage. Wait, no.
Thanks, Gypsy.
No! I read it wrong. It's a 9, not a 6. 13 damage.
Okay. Did you add your raging? Also, it's a +1 great axe. So you also get a +1 to your damage. That's not just a +1 to your attack roll, but also your damage.
Oh! Okay, 14 damage. I didn't know that.
Yeah, a +1 great axe, like a +1 weapon, will add +1 to both damage and the attack rolls.
Oh, that's cool.
So
I
14
like
damage.
this weapon.
Okay, this guy is starting to look just really rough. As now the spectral wolf next to you is awaiting orders for you to tell him to bite something. You just roll an attack for him as well, pretty much. is what you
Cool.
do.
Okay. Oh, this is so much fun. Is it plus anything or is it just straight?
It's a +5 to hit.
Okay, that's 19 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that hits. So the wolf lets out a bark and just bites this guy in his legs. Roll
Chomp, chomp.
2d6. 2d6.
2d6.
Piercing damage, yeah.
Damn.
That
Okay,
wolf is cool.
10 damage.
Holy! You don't add your modifiers to that. This
No,
is
no,
straight.
it was just, it was 2 5s.
Holy, okay, yeah.
Damn.
And after your wolf bites this guy, the wolf dissipates again, having
Hi, Milo.
completed his
Not you,
his
you're
action.
fine.
That's gonna be your turn then. Narank, my man.
So I did ask you if we're gonna use that. I found that frag grenade thing because we talk about grenades. I don't know.
You haven't
I
finished
forget
your
what we
grenades
decided on.
yet. You just made the outer.
I finished the
casing.
one.
No, you
I finished the one. I thought.
No, you didn't. You've made 3 outer casings,
Okay.
so you haven't.
Anyways,
finished
I left it there
anything
anyways. But I was gonna reload my bad news anyways and move up to the next low wall, however far that is.
else. That will take like your full movement, just about like 30 feet. You'll have a nice low wall
Alright.
to give you half cover from.
Sounds good.
Are you gonna pew pew anybody?
All right, I'm reloading bad news.
Oh, you're reloading. Okay. Yep. And that's your turn. One of the guys near Nakul now has a turn. He aims his longbow at Aktanis. As he now sees more and more people getting closer and closer, he's going to roll to attack. A natural 19, so I'm just going to say, yeah, that hits.
Yeah, it hits.
Yikes.
Oh, you just heard about that, dude? You take max damage. Holy. You take 11 piercing damage as you just get struck by an arrow in your stomach.
I hate this.
That is
Do
going
they
to
have,
be
like-
its turn, though.
Do they have, like, are they one of the people who has not been attacked yet?
That one got hit by the breath
My
weapon.
lightning.
By the lightning breath.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. I want to hellish rebuke it.
What are the rules on that? Do they have to be close to you?
No.
Okay, I
It's,
don't know the rules. I'm
Whenever
genuinely
anyone
asking.
deals damage to you,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
cast
It's like
hellish
once per
rebuke on
day you
them.
can use it.
Okay.
Level 2. Which
It
is
drops your range, though.
3D.
Be aware of that.
Yeah, I am aware.
Okay.
I'm going to do it anyway.
Hellish rebuke.
Just
Teeth
like
rings
half
are
the
broke.
damage you took.
And don't
What?
forget the half the damage you took as well, because you
Yeah,
rolled
yeah,
it.
so it's... How much damage is that?
5.
Just 5. Cool.
Yeah,
Roughing
60
it.
foot 60 foot range. So yeah, you can point your finger at the guy that just hit you, and you can rebuke them hellishly.
Yay!
These cards
You
are
are
nice,
rebuked,
guys.
good sir.
They're great. I love these cards. They're my favorites.
It's is it
I know,
2d8
right?
or 2d6?
2d10.
2d10, and then it's an extra d10 because it's second level.
Are you doing it? Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
It's,
the tiefling one is second level.
It's 3.
I couldn't remember what it was. It's
Yep.
been a while. I missed tieflings.
Yeah,
Wait.
3d10
Is it?
fire
One
damage.
sec.
Yep.
I'm just gonna check.
They have to make a dexterity saving throw.
It's Hellish
Yeah.
Rebuke cast at second level.
So Dutch has the card in front of him, Belle, so he did
Yeah,
just
I have
check.
I have the card in front of me. Like, I
Okay.
can-
I wrote it down wrong. I was just checking anyway.
You point your finger at the creature that damaged you, is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. The creature must make a dexterity saving throw. It takes, because it's second level, 3d10 fire damage on a successful
Have you been doing
save.
2d10 all this time, Belle?
On a successful save, it takes half damage. What's your DC? What's the DC?
No, I've been doing 3. No, I was doing 2.
What's the DC for the save?
I don't know. What do I do for DC?
It should be on your character sheet. It should just be your spell.
She's.
It's on the top
cast
of
with
his.
charisma, so it's 10 plus her charisma.
10 plus charisma.
Or usually it's 8 plus proficiency bonus plus the thing.
Yeah, so 10 plus charisma, because proficiency bonus is 2 at this point.
Oh, at this point, yeah, so 10, yeah.
Just take the 10 and add your charisma modifier to it.
Oh, it's 12.
12?
No.
Alright.
Yeah, ish. Yes, I think so.
Does charisma say plus 2?
Yeah.
Oh no. It's just 0.
Then it's just
Then-
10.
No charisma.
Then the DC is
Oh.
10.
I was gonna say, I didn't think Aktanis had a lot
No.
of charisma, so.
Yeah.
It makes the save, so it takes half damage, but yeah, roll your 3d10.
Cool. Is these ones? 1, 2, 3. 9. 21, half that. So
10 damage.
10 damage.
Alright. So as you point your finger at the guy that just shot an arrow at you, you see him just surrounded by hellfire. And as the flames subside, you can see a little smoke coming off of him. He's looking a little burnt. It's gonna be your turn. It's gonna be their turn. It wasn't even your turn. There's the other guy that wasn't hit by a lightning breath. That's still pretty close to you, Nicole. Takes out his sword. And let me just think. The only one that he could realistically get to is you.
That's fine.
Because he's not going to hit a floating weapon. He would much rather hit an actual meaty
You mean
boy.
the big
No, he
boy
can
with
try,
the
he can
massive
surf.
lumber?
He would rather hit.
By all
I'm
means.
making the executive decision that he'd rather hit a meaty blue dragon boy than a floating flail.
No, bullshit, no.
Oh, but it's not going to hit. 11 to hit.
Yeah, no, this is...
So as he tries to just jam his sword in your back, it just deflects off of your scales and it doesn't damage you at all. And there's one guy left, one enemy boy left. It's long initiative rounds, but let's prepare.
There's a lot of
So I
people.
took the break.
Takes out his crossbow and aims it at Aberan,
Yo,
because he
so,
sees that there's 2 people threatening his friendo.
quick
Yes.
question. Which was the one that I did hit first? Just so... Oh, for everything. And then...
With the breath weapon,
Yeah.
the guy that then after that went to try and hit you, like
Okay,
the
so-
one immediately after, pretty much.
Cool. That's cool.
So yeah, he's going to go for a crossbow attack on Aberan with a 18 to hit.
Just hits.
All right. Yeah, because you have your shield out, I guess, right?
Always.
Dope. Yep. So that hits you for a grand total of. Is that a 6 or a 9? 12 piercing damage as you
Aye.
take the bolt to kind of like your side. Starts bleeding a little bit. That's pretty. It didn't really hit anything important, but it hurts. It stings like a bitch.
Okay.
As we now go back to the top of the round, the other homie with his crossbow is looks around, and he is positioned behind that wall, like halfway between Nakul. Like Nakul is like to his left, and to his right he sees Aktanis and Aberan surrounding his one buddy. That's looking pretty good. And he's going to just take a shot with his crossbow at Aktanis. That face.
She's offended you're shooting her.
The face of 1,000.
He shoots his crossbow. takes aim, and as the bolt leaves his bow, he doesn't hit you. Also doesn't accidentally hit Aberrant. Hits his buddy straight in the back of the head.
Oh, is he dead? He's dead, right?
And as the bolt just kind of gets lodged in the back of this guy's head, this dude just collapses onto the floor, dead.
Kill steal.
Yeah, he died. I rolled a nat 1 for that attack, so
Sick.
he's dead.
Yay! Okay, that was good.
So that's funny because that guy was about to have a turn, but not anymore. You do.
Not anymore. Smile.
One dude near, like 6 of them are still pretty much around Nakul. So Nakul is just the target to go for at this point.
1v6, dude.
Everyone
Great
else is still
motherfuckers.
like pretty at a significant distance. So all the
I
melee
think,
guys are
think
like,
that he has Shield of Faith.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I should have faith to touch. Right?
yeah, but a natural 19 is not gonna.
Yeah, it's like a
Nope.
shit.
I'm rolling pretty well
Yikes.
today, boys. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Hits
Goodbye,
you
my
with the
lover.
first dagger. The second dagger is a natural 20.
Oh boy.
That's fine.
Koi my baby.
Oh.
Hits you.
This is fine.
For
It's a good thing we have a healer.
Do we?
Healers.
Do we?
We do.
This is fine.
8.
I can take it. I'm not a bitch.
Mama didn't raise no bitch.
Fucking just dies. Just die like that. Just unconscious.
Insta does enough
Okay.
damage that you don't even get
Hits
death
you
save.
80
for
damage.
15 piercing damage.
Yep.
And 9 fire damage.
I'm unconscious.
Oh boy.
Yikes.
Says he's fine, goes unconscious.
I'm fine.
Kiss around.
Unconscious.
Your turn.
How far is Nakul
As
from
you
me?
see Nakul
Yeah.
fall down to
How
the floor,
far?
probably
How far
not.
away is
No,
he?
wait, I'm not. I lied.
Why?
I
What?
I didn't half the damage from being.
Oh, yeah, you're piercing damage because I have to.
Idiot.
You're
He's just
fine.
really, really.
Alright.
Did I say 15?
It was 9 fire,
15
9
piercing
fire,
damage,
and
9
5
fire.
Piercing. So
15
you
piercing.
take 7.
Oh
So
man.
that's half the 7.
16 total.
16. Thank you. Dipsy.
So
There you go.
You dead?
So you're not. He's not unconscious.
Okay.
as- Rewind.
the person that I shot at
Rewind
before,
Is
he's
dead.
still not. Oh, he's dead now.
Yeah, he got killed by his homie. That was the guy.
Oh, great. Okay.
I am very bloody.
Okay, but yeah. So seeing, I think Nakul needs some help. How far? You said Nakul's what? 50 feet from me.
From you? Yeah.
All right. Can I dash, dropping my crossbow, dash over, and then burn my action surge to get a bonus attack once I get to Nakul to hit the dude?
Yes.
Okay, then that's what I'll do.
Use your action to dash.
Yeah.
And you can use your action surge to then
Action surge to attack. Yeah.
get another action. So yeah, you can attack.
Okay, so I'll do that. Burn the action surge, get out the warhammer, and wield it two-handed for a 16 to hit. And whatever dude is closest, most up in Nakul's grill, is the one I'm going for.
There's 2 right up in my grill.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
whatever
gonna go
one.
For the guy that just jammed you with his 2.
Yeah, the one who
Yeah,
just
I
stabbed
guess.
him. We'll go with that.
Yeah. That hits.
Sweet. All right, I need a D10. There's a D10. Oh fuck. Oh well, that's only 5 damage, but I hit him.
Hey man, you hit him.
I hit him.
Yeah, so you rush up to Nicole's aid and swing at this guy with your warhammer, right?
Yeah, warhammer.
Yeah, you just kind of try and crush him just on the head. He kind of dodges away, and you still hit him, but it kind of like just bounces off of his chest.
Yeah.
You hear a little, and it struggles to catch his breath from the impact it just took on like pretty much the chest area.
Yep.
All right, that's your turn. Nakul now has a turn.
I will. To drink health potions in action, right?
I think so.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. No. It's a bonus action if you use it yourself. It's an action if you forcefully force
Oh,
it.
I will bonus. It's a bonus action. I will bonus action take a health potion.
Yeah, you will.
If you
Because
use it yourself,
I'm
it's a
distracting
bonus
them. Take your potion while I'm here to
Is it-
distract
or is
them.
it- yeah, I'm just gonna drink one of my health potions. Is it 2d4 plus 4, right?
It depends which health
Yes.
potion.
2d4 plus 2.
I've only got mine now.
2d4 plus 2 or 4d4 plus 4 for the.
2d4.
2d4 plus 2 for the minor ones.
Oh, that's 7.
No.
I'll take that. honestly, that's doubled my health.
7 HPs.
Okay, I will then turn to the one that tried to hit me but missed.
Hit or
And I'll
miss.
pull out my maul and I'll swing at him.
Okay.
Reckless.
Reckless.
Recklessly. Wonders why he's getting hit all the
Natural
time.
20.
Hey! Get him, boy!
Smash. Him. In.
22 damage.
Okay.
I rolled lower on my thing. I rolled 5. 20 damage.
Damn.
Yeah. As you just kind of swing your maul and hit him from the side with a pretty heavily winded up swing, you hear a loud and you can hear bones just crack and snap on the impact of your maul. It's still standing, but it's looking pretty hurt. So that's your turn. Tremaris now has a turn. He is going to move a little closer, so he's around 30 feet away from you and Kissaran, but not in the near vicinity of any enemies. And he is going to... What is he going to do? That's a touch spell. We cannot make it to you for that, so that's unfortunate. He's going to Guiding Bolt, a dude.
Ooh.
I think.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Tremaris
Guiding Bolt, buddy.
is going to Guiding Bolt the guy, one of the guys on the right that haven't really been touched yet. Actually, he's not, because Guiding Bolt does a thing. He's going to hit the dude with the daggers that did a lot of damage to you, Nicole. The one like in your back, pretty much. The one that just got hit by Gisran.
Nice.
He's going to cast it at 2nd level, actually, just for that extra bit of fuck you.
Okay, the fuck you.
He's feeling edgy today, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Edge.
So we'll spell attack for that. Please don't fuck me, dice. Ooh,
You
doesn't
have
fuck me. Natural 17, so that definitely hits. For 5d6 damage.
Ooh.
1, 2, right? 4d6 plus an extra d6 for each spell slot higher than first. Yeah, cool. So that's 5d6. And the next
This is not
attack on this
combat music.
creature
What
has
is
advantage.
this?
If it lives.
If it lives. Not really good. 13 radiant damage on this man.
Sorry.
You're making a lot of noise, my dude.
It's because I sat up straight and knocked my toe. I'm not well, okay?
It's okay.
Say me a gypsy, you're recovering,
You're never
And the
man.
next attack on this guy has advantage.
Alright.
Okay. Is he gonna do a bonus action? No, he's not. He's gonna not do a bonus action. He's kind of chill there, dude. He's hanging. So that's his turn. The bloke with the sword that got hit by a breath weapon the round before is going to just try and attack you again. Nico.
That's fine. He gets advantage, remember, because I'm reckless.
Oh, he does, yeah. Good of me to say that.
Rip Koiba, goodbye.
Oh
Like
dear.
Natural 1 and a natural 5, so that's not
Oh, look at that.
whiffs his attack. He tries to hit you with his sword, and it just bounces off of your shoulder because of the strong scales.
I got
Yeah, it
scales,
just-
boys.
Bounces off of your shoulder. you don't even feel the
I
impact.
got scales, boys.
One of the guys with the bows on the other side of the room, the guy that has cover, gonna peek out his head again. See, Kissaran is the nearest to him, so he's gonna just try and fire another arrow at Kissaran.
Alrighty.
Fair. 11 to hit.
Nope.
Alright, so another arrow just whizzes past as you now look around and see one of
Just
the
pulling all the
enemies
matrices today.
Kind of like being sneaky behind a wall.
Okay.
Providing him with a lot of cover, but yeah, he pokes his head out every so often. Okay, so that's gonna be his turn. Aberan!
Right. I'm gonna move up to Koiba because he was only 30 feet away, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm
No.
gonna.
Yes. No. You were at the guy in the middle, right?
I was at the guy that got shot by his mate, where
Yeah,
Koiba
Kisarano
was. So
as well, she had to
Koiba's
back-
only moved one movement away from that.
Well, use the
Oh, Kisran was behind it. Yeah, okay, no, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. Okay. So you can make it there.
So I'm gonna move up to him.
Mhm.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Go,
Nicole-
go,
give
go.
Nic- Give Nicole a little slap on the back of the head. with your wounds.
Yeah, because he seems to be taking some suffering.
I'm fine.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm fine. Smile.
I'm as much health
I'm
as
fine.
Joanna
Just on like
has.
one health.
You take. You
I
heal
take-
8 points.
I take 18
You take
damage.
18 points of damage.
Yeah,
I heal
backfires.
8
No,
points.
you heal for 8.
Fucking-
And then, can my flail hit the dude that's now glowing from the guiding bolt?
Yeah. You are
Alright,
within his
it's gonna
range,
swing
so-
for him. And that's a 2, so I'm gonna
You have
reroll that,
advantage.
because I have advantage.
Correct.
That is 16 to hit.
Hits.
Yeah, boy.
That's your spiritual weapon, right? That's gonna do
Yeah.
the flailing.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
That, which is 1 on the damage roll, so 4 damage total. 4 force damage.
Nice.
Unfortunate, bro.
I'm
As your,
doomed today.
As your flail, your spiritual weapon hits this guy that now emits this bright light. On impact of the hit, the bright light that he emits kind of dissipates. But yeah, he's not happy that he just got hit by his spiritual weapon. So you did damage, Pog.
I did 4 damage in 2 turns.
Is that gonna be your
Pog.
turn? Pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I can't do anything else. I've moved, I've cast, I've...
Aktanis. You're about to do
Hey.
a thing. Pay attention.
Sorry, I got distracted by my dog. Okay.
As he
Can you blame her?
continues to eat Bell.
I got
It's
distracted by my dog.
your fucking spectral dog. Wolf
He's such a
boy.
diva. Okay. I'm gonna attack whatever's closest to me. Whoever's closest.
You're gonna
Is
have to,
anyone left? There are people left, right? Yeah.
You'll be joining Kissaran, Aberan, and Nakul pretty much in the fray at this point, and there's a lot of people for you to hit. So
Okay.
the way it's kind of laid out is there's 3 people on the left of that room that are all being surrounded by everyone, and there's 2 to 3 people on the right of that room. Literally, no one is near them.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go attack with
Which one? Where are you going?
the one with was it
Where
the
everyone is.
yeah, the one where everyone is.
There's a guy there currently wielding a sword, a guy wielding 2 daggers, and a guy wielding a crossbow, all in that like corner. Which one are you attacking?
I'll attack the guy with the crossbow.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. Cool. That's 17 to hit.
Hits. Roll your percent dice.
Yes. 60. That doesn't work, does it? No, I didn't think so.
On the impact, you notice that this time you do not summon a spectral wolf, but you still hit him with your axe. So
Yeah, that's pretty great.
So that's lit.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty great. That's 14 damage.
okay. So as you walk towards this guy, you just overhead swing with your great axe, cleaving pretty deeply into his arm, almost making him drop his crossbow. But you kind of look expect this wolf to appear again, but unfortunately, to your disappointment, nothing happens. So that's gonna be your turn. Narang.
So those you said there's like 2-3 guys on the just not with all the party.
There's 3 guys on the right of the room, one being in cover, one in half cover, and the other 2 kind of standing there. No one is bothering them. No.
Did either of them get hit by anything yet? Like by the lightning breath?
No.
No,
All
I
right,
did
I'll
that
shoot at one of the
before.
standing. I'll shoot at the guy that's closest to the group that's standing without the half cover. I'll take a shot at him.
Okay.
Natural 20, bitch. Let's go.
That hits.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. Does that hit? Does that?
It probably gets blocked, to be honest.
Yeah, you know.
He's in cover, man. You know. Cool.
It's cover from crit. Did you roll max damage? Oh.
No.
Oh, I got excited.
That comment though. That's 33 damage.
Nice.
33? Damn. Okay. Well, yeah.
Yes, sir.
This man's that's been peeking the corner with his longbow.
That was loud.
Peeks out his head, and as he does that, literally like moves into a bullet that just got fired from your rifle. As you see it enter his skull and just splatter just gore and blood on the wall as it now collapses to the floor. Just
That's
he chose the wrong time to peek out his head.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so he just drops dead to the floor. After
guys, what's over here?
his brain just got splattered across the wall behind him.
Hey guys, where's everybody at?
You do anything with your movement or anything else?
No, I'll stay in my half cover.
Okay. That guy just died. Make sure to cross him off the initiative order. One of the guys on the right now moves towards Aberrant and whips out his sword and goes for a cheeky little piece of that meat.
Stab. He's gonna slice my hand, boys.
I don't think that hits. 17 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, so as you hear this guy coming from behind, you jump around, hold up your shield, and his sword just clatters onto your shield, and you just push him back. So that doesn't hit. All right. Finally, the guy with the crossbow on the guy that just got hit by Aktanis is going to take aim, sees Narong, and is going to just try and just fire a bolt at him instead. You have half cover, or yeah, you have half cover.
Yeah,
So you have
so plus 2 AC.
Yeah, that doesn't hit. So as you
Okay.
see this guy aim at you, you see him take a shot with his crossbow, and the bolt hits the wall that you're behind, and you're not really worried.
Lit.
Right.
Eat it.
Cool. One remaining dude with his 2 daggers that's looking extremely rough is going to just try and plant both of his daggers in whatever target he can find, and I'm pretty sure in saying that the last thing to hit him was that spiritual weapon, so he's looking at you, Aberran, and just goes for a dagger.
Dago.
First one is a 23 to hit, second one is a 10 to hit, so only one hits.
One hit, yeah.
You're...
Bring it, bitch.
You take 7 piercing damage and 2 fire damage.
So 9 total. Okay. Alright.
Okay. Kistrin.
Keep on going at the dude with my warhammer.
Okay.
'Cause why not? 24 to hit.
And that's the guy with the... Which one are you attacking again?
It was the one who stabbed Nakul a turn ago. I don't remember what he
that's
was.
the guy with the daggers as well.
Okay, yeah, I think he had daggers. All right.
Mhm.
And again, 2-handed. So that's for 8 damage.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and why not? Unless he's dead, but I'm doubting it.
8 damage total?
Yeah.
Doesn't kill him, no.
Okay, I'll do
Close.
expend a superiority die and do a trip attack, trying to knock him prone. So on top of the 8 damage, add the die. So he has to make a strength saving throw. DC is 14.
DC is 14?
Yeah.
12 plus 3, 15 makes the save.
Damn. Okay.
So,
well,
he doesn't get knocked prone,
but I do the
he's
8
looking
damage.
at you with a little bit of... Like, it's hard to read their faces because they have like these beady
Yeah.
eyes, but yeah, that's... it's hard. So it's your turn. Nicole.
Yo, the fucking one that I hit just a second ago, I'm gonna hit him again.
Okay.
But just regular hit, I'm not gonna do anything. Ooh, fuck, I probably should have. That's a 12. To hit.
Doesn't hit, no,
So,
unfortunately.
then that's logic.
Okay. So that's your turn. Chimeras is now up again. And he is going to I mean, I have so many spells and I want to use them all. I mean, I'm just gonna go for another guiding bolt, I think, because that seemed to work out pretty well last
Yeah.
time, right? Going to cast it at first level though, so it's only 4d6 instead of 5. But...
Only the bad spell.
15 to hit, just hits. So Europe hits the guy with the sword that is kind of like in your face, Nicole. For a grand total. Wow, I rolled 2 6s and 2 1s. That's wild. 14 damage. 14 radiant damage, which is enough to kill him. So he just gets hit with this guiding bolt, and upon the impact, you see just a bright radiant light just crash into this guy's chest. And as that happens, he collapses and falls to the floor, and he doesn't move anymore. Is my man's gonna do a bonus action of some sort?
He's my man's.
He's going to move a little closer to all of you. Yeah. So he's going to move a little closer where he is at a pretty, like, he's not in melee with anyone, but he is close enough that if he were to need to quickly touch any of you for maybe some heals at some point, that he can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's still relatively safe.
Okay.
All right, so that's Tremaris' turn. That guy just died. There's one more bloke left with a... Oh, actually, yeah, there is. With a longbow, who is behind half cover. Actually, he's not behind half cover. He is one of the guys that got hit with your breath weapon, though. And he's going to just aim his longbow. No. Yes. Yes, he is. He's going to try and fire his bow at Naran. Which is just not hard because homie has cover, but... Okay, that was off my desk. I have a rolling bin. I should probably use that, huh? Oh, doesn't hit. Never mind. You just another arrow kind of like whizzes past you, Naran. It's a shit show!
This guy's not good.
Abran,
Okay.
your turn, my liege.
So one of the guys in front of us lot has died. On the left, I think you said.
Yes.
So there's 2 left.
The guy that
Oh.
with those daggers that tried to attack you is still there in your face and is still alive. Looking pretty rough.
Okay, he's very much in my face. Okay. Can I move around him on his left so that I'm flanking with Koiba diagonally without leaving the attack range of anyone else?
You're kind of all cluttered up, so yeah. I
Okay.
suppose.
So I can be flanking. Great. I'm gonna cast. How hurt does the dagger man look?
Pretty hurt.
He casts Cure Wounds.
I could, but no.
Pretty hurt, my dude.
Alright, well, I'm pissed, so... I'll hit him with the flail first, because that's a bonus action. The magic flail, I should say, spiritual weapon. This is a 12 to hit.
12 to hit doesn't hit.
Alright, then I'm gonna try and inflict wounds on him.
Ooh boy! Alright. Inflict those wounds.
That is a 15 to hit.
That just hits.
Okay, let me grab my 3d10.
Whew.
He takes 17 points of damage.
As you grab this guy just by his arm, and you can see this kind of like black, dark energy creep up into this guy's arm. He looks at you, and even though he has those weird, like, beady eyes, they widen just a little bit before he drops to the floor, dead. So
I'm
that's the
happy.
dagger. That's the dagger boy.
Not anymore, it's not.
Dead. Dead. All right. So that leaves
what happens
4 of
when
them
you stab
still
me.
alive.
4 down, 4 to go.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's your turn. Aktanis, you now have a turn.
Yay!
Yeah, yeet.
I'm again just gonna go for whoever's closest. I don't care.
There's
Just
still a
wanna attack.
dude. The dude you attacked the guy with the crossbow last time. I
Oh,
believe.
is he still alive?
He's still there. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll attack him again then.
Okay.
I'm gonna reckless attack him.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. No. No.
Hey, not 20.
God damn it. Okay, well. Roll your percentile dice.
Because of my feet as well, I get an extra bonus attack because I rolled a crit.
Oh, well there you go. And you get to roll.
Did you
your percentile
choose
dice.
a feat that did that when we leveled up instead of a stat boost?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
That
cool.
is pretty lit.
100%.
Yeah, you summon a wolf.
You
another
summon
wolf
a wolf,
is right
baby.
beside you. It doesn't have to attack the same targets. You can order it to attack a different target, just in case
Okay,
you couldn't right now.
cool.
It's not like a waste of your wolf.
Yeah.
So we do your attack first, and then you get to command your wolf to do whatever.
Okay. I'm gonna do my attack first then.
Because I have a sneaky suspicion you might kill this guy with your natural 20.
Yeah, that's 20. Wait. Shit. Math.
20 shit.
20 shit.
22.
That's my favorite number.
If you say the
25
numbers
out.
out loud, we can add them for you.
25?
Yeah.
That's just
Wait.
enough to kill him.
Yes.
So yeah, you take your axe and just chop this guy's head from his body as some black feathers kind of just like, you know how someone throws a baseball at you know that video of that baseball like I said that pigeon?
Oh my god.
That effect with black feathers as its head now hits the floor, body collapses.
Oh.
He dies. Now your wolf is looking at you, awaiting an order.
Okay. What's around me?
One more dude with a longbow in the corner, like pretty close to you. Yeah, and the rest of them are on the other side of the room, so no. That's kind of the only guy.
Okay. The guy with the longbow then. Attack him.
Okay, yeah. Roll your
Okay,
attack.
I need to roll again, right?
Yeah, just roll an attack for the dogs, but +5 to hit.
+5 to hit.
Yes.
Oh shit, that went everywhere. 17 to hit.
Hits.
Cool. And it's 2d6 damage. Yes. To the wolf. 2d6
Yeah.
damage for the wolf.
2d6, yeah.
Just making sure. Cool. That's 9 damage. Not, yeah, just 9.
Okay. There we go. Yeah. He takes damage. He cries out in a little bit of more of like a bird-like caw now, which probably means something, but I doubt any of you speak that language. Very much doubt.
Who speaks bird?
And then I have my bonus,
Anyone?
right?
You now get to attack again because of your nat 20.
I'm
so
so
yeah.
excited about this feat. Okay. I'm gonna go for the guy with the longbow. So, can I get that?
The same guy that you had your dog attack, or no?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, you can get there.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna reckless attack again. Because that worked out really well last time.
Mhm.
Cool! That's 17 to hit.
Hits.
Again.
Roll your percentile dice.
Oh, cool! I get it again.
Every time you hit a guy, you get to roll your dice. So.
That's 100% again.
Yeah, okay, well, another Milo just appears, barking at you, awaiting your order.
Wolves everywhere.
Okay, I'll roll my damage. That's 14 damage from me. And then Milo's attack on the guy again, because he's still standing, right? Yeah. Is
You should let Milo roll.
no, he's asleep.
He might just eat the
another-
dice.
Yeah.
Another 17 to hit.
Hits.
Yeah. And then 2d6. Oh, I rolled so much now. 8 damage.
The combined force of both your axe and the spectral wolf just gnawing at this guy's stomach is enough to bring down this dude as well, as he now also just is very dead.
2 in 1.
That leaves one more guy in melee with the group in the middle, and one guy still to the right of the room,
Yeah.
semi out of dodge.
Okay, cool. 2 in 1, yes.
You're wrong,
Okay, please.
my dude.
So there's the guy at the Bell and the Wolf are attacking. Is there anyone else?
No,
left
that guy's
there, or
dead as
just
well.
him?
The only guy left is got two guys left. One is wielding a sword and it's pretty much in Kisiran's and Nakul's and Aberan's like area. And there's
Okay.
one guy with a longbow still to the right, kind of seemingly left alone.
He's like,
Walk
he
along,
peeks
little
from
guy.
cover and shoots, hides, peeks from cover,
No,
shoots,
that guy
hides.
died. There's another guy on
Oh,
the
another
Okay,
guy.
another guy.
Oh, whoops. My bad.
That is
It's hard to keep
17.
hard to keep track of 8 people. It's okay. 17 to hit hits.
Yeah. Okay. 2d12. That is 19 damage total.
Yeah. He also takes takes a bullet as you kind of shoot him in the throat, and you can see him kind of grasp for like his, as he now also collapses and dies.
Yay.
Deaded.
Leaving the only guy left alive is also starting to look pretty roughed up and is in the middle of just 4 angry people. As his reaction is now to look at everyone died around him, and he starts speaking in a voice that you all have heard before. And he just says, Sir Rufus, Sir Rufus, Sir Rufus. Just keeps repeating it in the voice of Lord Irondeck.
What the?
You're muted, Belle. I can hear you.
Oh my god, what? That was all I said. That's literally it.
He just keeps repeating it. Sir Rufus, Sir Rufus, Sir Rufus. Going faster and faster. And it sounds exactly like Lord Irondeck.
Yeah, just go, These creatures seem to be pretty good mimics. The one I hit earlier was copying the cries we heard. So Aktanis, don't lose your cool. This might mean nothing.
Wait.
That voice rings a bell, but
It's Lord Irondeck.
It's the guy you guys encountered at the
Yeah,
graveyard back
It's
in-
Yeah,
it's a creature imitating
Aberan's met
Lord
him once.
Irondeck. All this means is he's most likely heard him before.
But where? Saying what? About me?
Does it matter? I don't want to like swing at him again, but it's not my turn.
I will.
No!
Is that one so like? I'll go to where they were all standing. And said, you see, there's like one like chained up somewhere.
The guy that you now see, this Kenku is still alive, by the way. Big villain. He's yelling out Sir Rufus, and not really doing much else with his turn. So his turn is over.
What?
Dutch, can I message you a question?
No
Sure.
one killed him.
It's now technically Kissaran's turn.
It is! Oh, because I literally wanted to be like, does it matter? And then just go for a big cleave on the guy's head who's screaming Sir
It
Rufus.
is now your turn.
Okay, well, yeah, I can reach it. He's the one who's still near me, right? That one's left alive. Then, yeah, go for his face. The Warhammer.
Please miss. Please miss.
Please miss. 18.
I don't think that misses.
That hits.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it.
And
To answer your question, Gypsy, the exact same.
But the prerequisite limitations are there.
Yeah, but the spell kind of forces them to try their best to still
Okay.
abide by the rules of the spell.
all right,
Um,
I rolled 10 damage.
10 damage. It's not enough to kill him, but he's definitely looking pretty worse for wear. As he just keeps saying, Sir Rufus, Sir Rufus, Sir Rufus. Like, it keeps speeding up.
Oh my God.
It keeps speeding up. He's dropped his sword at this point, and just kind of like how birds kind of like pop
Yeah.
their heads in all kinds of directions real quickly. That's kind of what he's doing. In a state of panic, knowing that he's about to die, he just gives up and kind of just submits to whatever you guys want to do to him. Nicole, it's your turn.
I will
Don't kill it.
run up. I will run up to where that body was hanging, where they were surrounding that person who was hanging there.
Mhm.
Are they still alive?
Roll a perception check.
7.
All you see is that there's a guy sitting up straight against the wall, wearing a hood, and wearing very bloodied up clothing.
I will
with a lot
pull
of-
his hood down. Do I recognize him?
You see a half-orc
Okay.
with bright white hair and no visible tusks.
Okay. I will. Yeah, I'll try and shake. I'm just gonna try and shake him awake. No, actually, no. Fuck it. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna pour a healing potion into his mouth.
Healers.
You try and force this healing potion down his mouth, but potions don't work on the dead, unfortunately, as all the healing potions kind of dribbles.
Can you cut him open and like fish it back out and fill it up again?
No, it's fine. Nicole doesn't know that about healing potions, so that's fine. He's just trying anything he can. Yeah, that's fine. I would just say.
We'll
just-
throw the initiative order kind of out of the way here because this guy gave up his fight. He's kind of just like. do
He's
whatever.
given up completely.
given up
Yeah, he's
completely,
just sitting here letting us hit him, saying
Don't
that.
kill him.
Don't. Okay.
Why not?
Aktanis has already shouted, "Don't kill him."
Oh, Aktanis shouted again. Why not?
I'm going to run over to the bird. And kind of pin it down
Okay.
as much as I can, even though it's like shaking around.
Roll a grapple
Being
check.
insane.
So
He's
that's a
not
straight
even
strength
gonna-
check.
He's not even gonna fight it. It's not even gonna fight it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's fine. Do I have to do anything?
No, you just push him down, like you pin him down to the floor, pretty much, and you like kind of hang over him, pushing him down with both your hands.
Where did you hear this name?
Before he responds,
Oh,
can I cast Zone of Truth?
oh okay, that's fine. Do it.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so I am going to cast Zone of Truth.
Zone of Truth creates a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere centered around a point of your
I'm
choosing.
going to center it on the Kenku.
Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, a creature cannot speak deliberate lies.
So everybody but me has to make a Christmas saving throw.
I'm not there either.
No, Koiba walked out, but yeah.
Yeah, so Kaseran, Aktanis,
Oh,
this
fuck.
Kenku all roll charisma saving throws.
I also need to, I believe, because it's not centered on myself.
Damn.
The Kenku also rolls a natural 20.
Oh my god.
Bollocks.
I unplugged my headphones.
Oh, it's whenever it
Nice.
starts its turn there, so every 6 seconds.
Oh, that wasn't good. That was a 4.
So if you
That's,
pass,
that's when you're in combat, but like he rolled a natural 20, so he resists the spell, but you can still ask him questions and just good old insight checks.
Bell has to tell the truth though.
But Bell cannot speak a lie.
A deliberate lie. A deliberate lie.
do I need to roll for this? Because I'm in the zone, I guess.
No, because
Okay,
you cast
Oh,
it.
because you cast. the
What does it
spell.
No, 'cause
answer?
it doesn't say. It just says until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell area or starts its turn there.
Yeah, but
So
because
I
you're a
assume that's
spellcaster,
what-
you're not affected by it. Because it's your
It just
spell.
says a creature. It doesn't say an ally. It doesn't say.
I'd say because you're the one casting the spell. Actually, yeah, you know what? Yeah, roll the save.
There's a charisma saving throw against my own charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Yeah, I made it. I got a 12 plus 2, 14. The spell save DC is 13.
Okay, so you made the save.
So only Bell can't lie.
Yep.
On top of that, I know. So everyone's aware of the spell, and Bell is aware. Oh, Aktanis is
Am
aware.
I aware that there's a spell?
Yeah, you're aware that
he
right
was
now.
like, I'm going to
you
Oh,
can't.
cast.
okay.
I'm going to cast a spell. He announced that, so you are aware.
But on top
Oh,
of that,
okay.
you feel it. You,
You
are
feel the
aware.
effects. You feel that you don't really feel exactly what it does, but yeah, you feel that some magical effect has entered your is doing something to it.
Okay, what does the bird say though?
What did you ask?
Where did you hear that name?
He is going to imitate a bunch of voices. The way Kenku work is it's a little bit of a blurred area. The basic book on Kenku say they can only speak through mimicry, meaning that they have to have heard the phrases before in order to say them. But if you go look up the thing that got written by people that made Kenku a playable race, they adjusted that a little bit, making it so that as long as they have heard a voice speak a certain language, they can speak the entire language in that voice. making it a little easier for people to play them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way I choose to do this is that I am going to choose to have them be able to speak whatever and just filter to one voice that they've heard. So he's going to be speaking in Lord Ironback's voice.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yep.
Because that's the last thing.
No.
you heard.
Okay. Don't like it.
And he says, "Fat man, monocle, money, paid us money to, I don't know, kill some freaks."
What freaks?
Ah,
Clearly
circus-
us.
This circus folk, this guy.
What guy?
He points towards the now.
Oh, the half orc.
half orc sitting against the wall. No visible tusks, bright white hair.
I totally know who it is, right?
And as you look towards him, you know who that is. Yeah.
Does Aktanis have a visible reaction to, like, can we tell from her face that she knows
Well, look at
who
Belle.
the fuck is?
In theory, Belle will be acting
No,
and
I know
roleplaying.
that Belle knows who it is.
Aktanis looks at the half orc sitting up straight against the wall, and you can read from her face that she knows who that is. knows that person.
She immediately gets away from the bird and charges at the half orc.
Okay. You're still within.
The half orc's dead.
No, you're still within that 15-foot zone.
She's still
guys are-
within the 50 foot.
Yeah.
Yikes. Okay.
So yeah, you're at the corpse. What do you do?
I'm just gonna like grab onto him and like try and shake him because I don't know he's dead, really. 100%.
Yeah.
Did we see who tried to pour the healing potion? It was Aberrant?
It was Koiba.
It was quite cool. Did we see that?
You shake him about a little bit and get no response. You wait and you start shaking more like violently. You wait and you have no response whatsoever.
No.
I'm gonna walk over and see if she's alright.
As Murank, who you know him as, is pretty dead, murdered by a flock of Kenku.
No, she's just gonna keep repeating like no, and she starts to cry.
I'm gonna go to the other members of the our group, leave Aktanis, like, I think we should give her a minute. And I'm just gonna back to the other side of the clearing, and I'm gonna go pick up the crossbow that I dropped, and just like keep an eye on Aktanis from a distance. Give her a few minutes.
I want to collect my bullets and then just kind of leaning it toward the walls, waiting.
I'll turn away from the corpse because I'm right next to it.
You also still have one Kenku kind of laying down on the floor. He sits back up and
Yep.
just sits there awaiting his fate. Whatever.
Told you we should have killed him.
As I go
Whatever.
past, I kind of pat Aktanis on the shoulder and then just kind of walk.
I wouldn't risk touching her. I hate you.
Fuck. I don't know. Oh my god. Bran's a cleric. Bran gets that she needs time to grieve. But I don't think Bran would leave her alone. So
I'm not leaving her alone. I just backed off a
no,
bit.
but
I just
backed
gave her
up.
some
I don't
space.
think Bran would. And
Acts
But
like
don't.
Bran would, my dude.
he puts a hand on Aktanis' shoulder and is like, "Are you alright?"
No. And then she like buries her head in his like chest.
In Bran's or in the
I
dead
just, like-
guy?
The dead guy.
Okay.
Just like the dead guy.
Well, we don't know his name.
Emotionally sensitive.
Yeah. So you get the sense that Aktanis has a history with this person, and she cared for this person.
We have to bury him.
Of course.
I'm not leaving him like this. Kill the bird.
I will walk over and slit
Oh.
the bird's throat.
Oh, I was gonna do it. You could do it.
Okay. So as Aktanis says, "Kill the birds," Narank walks over and takes the bird like by the beak and raises it up and just takes a dagger and slashes its throat, and you just hear as it collapses to the floor and slowly bleeds out and chokes on his own blood.
I want to loot the bodies.
Of course you do.
They might have information. Fuck. Why do you guys always assume it's for fucking gold?
True, yeah.
I'm gonna check Morank's pockets.
We have deep sadness. I'm gonna loot the body.
Roll an investigation check, both
I
of
mean,
you.
I don't know him per se.
I know, right?
Do we have anything to bury the
investigation.
bodies? Like we don't have shovels or
That's
anything.
20.
Dirty 20.
I'm pretty sure Aktanis would.
That's an 18.
Through perseverance, dig a grave
18?
purely
I mean,
with an axe.
You go through all the pockets of the Kenku and manage to salvage a total of 60 gold pieces.
Okay.
That's about all you find, really.
I will-
And you also find some daggers that you remember
Oh yeah.
did some pretty badass damage. So
Oh,
if
yeah.
those are of interest, then hey.
Yeah, I'll pick those up.
By the way, guys, just so you know, the zone's still there, and I can't like drop it. So if you're within
It just
15
lasts
feet
for
of where the
10
Kenku
minutes.
was,
Yep.
yeah, you.
Yeah.
Alright.
Aktanis, you
Shit, I'm in
find
that field. Do I need to what's the
nothing
roll I have to make?
on this guy
I made
when
it.
comes to his belongings. You only find a note.
What's the
The note has the same red handwriting as the handwriting on the Cirque Arcane flyer that you found,
Mhm.
and it says 1 down, 4 to go. See you soon.
Can I see this over her shoulder?
You see that she's reading something.
She's going
very
to,
obviously upset.
She's going to get up and go like to like outside of the area to like go and like punch a tree repeatedly.
Okay.
She left the note on the floor beside Morank.
So I'll read the note, I guess.
Okay, so you also see it says 1 down, 4 to go. See you soon.
Koiba, it
Can
is.
oh.
It is a charisma save DC 13.
Oh, natural 1. Cool.
Oh, yes. Okay, so Koiba can't
Minus
lie in the
1,
zone
0.
either. And every time you come back into the zone, in theory, you have to roll again, but
Yeah.
it's a pain in the ass. I didn't.
That's fine.
can I just
You
go look
regret
for?
that spell now.
Can I just go look for like the biggest, just some sort of like a tree branch, something I can use just to start kind of like scraping out, to start digging the grave.
Seeing,
So
Can
I
I?
I don't want to use my weapons to do it.
I'll go to Kiss. I was like, oh, you don't need to do that. I've got these, and I'll extract the claws that I now have.
The
And,
oh.
Hey!
Hey. Well,
How
that
long is
is
it gonna
very
take
helpful.
him with just claws? Is he?
Yeah, like I can still help and just like
they're like
Pretty
big
good.
dragon claws.
As Nicole
Okay.
just sprouts these
They're thick.
these claws, making him just look way more dragon-like than he looked before, combined with the extra claws and the more powerful breath weapon, or like the more powerful looking breath weapon. You get the sense that Nicole, something changed, and he's looking way more primal, way more in touch with his draconic ancestry, as he just uses these big claws to start digging. And it doesn't really take you long, especially with Kassiran still helping you, to dig something that can serve as a grave, yeah, or as like a little where you can bury the half-orc that you uncovered.
I'm sad now.
just think if you could hear the music too.
I
Oh my
know.
God. Okay, I'm gonna stop hitting the tree and go over to where Nicole is like digging and help with like my bare hands.
While they're digging, because they don't need to not be doing stuff, but for the time it takes, I would like to take the 10 minutes to sit and cast Prayer of Healing.
What does that do?
Where are you healing?
So, up to 6 creatures of your choice that you can see. So, myself is 1. And I believe Nicole took damage, so that's 2. Is there anyone who didn't take damage, basically?
You're wrong.
I didn't take any.
I didn't take any.
Okay.
I only took like
Tramaris also
5.
didn't.
Well, then I'll target me, Belle, and Koiba. Because everyone else is not lost any health. And
Tremaris has been pretty quiet ever since Aktanis has started to cry, but he now walks up to you, Aktanis, and kind of, without saying anything, just puts his hand on your shoulder and like kind of just pats you on the back a couple of times before he turns around again and goes back to sit.
for the 10 minutes or so while you're digging, Koiba and Bell are both healed for 14 points.
That's more than enough for me.
When we're finished the grave, does is Aktanis still punching a tree?
No,
I was
Aktanis-
digging.
Aktanis
Oh,
is-
you came back and joined us again. Okay. Well, when we finish, I'll just step away. Like, I'll let her. I'm not gonna touch the body or put him in there or anything, and just like wait
Okay.
silently.
She's gonna kneel by the body again. Are his eyes open or closed?
They're closed.
Okay. She's gonna pick him up and carry him to the grave and like lie him down.
Okay. So you guys all just look as Aktanis has this half-orc just in her arms and carries him to the grave and lays him in there quite gently, a lot more gentle than you, Aktanis, ever see do anything ever. She's trying her best to be as gentle as possible as she lowers the body in the grave, crossing his arms.
We need flowers.
I will go find flowers.
Doesn't take you that long. You're in a forest. There's some flower beds in between bushes and trees. So yeah, you can fetch a couple of flowers. It's not the fanciest bouquet, but you found some flowers.
And she's just gonna gently put the flowers like in under his hands, like crossed over his body.
Okay. Whoa! That was a loud meow. Okay.
They should have been here with him. The others from the circus. Now he's all he's got is me, and I left him. For what? It's murder.
Well, by not being with him, maybe they're. Oh, yeah, I'm not moving it. By not being with him, maybe their lives have been saved, and we have time to get to them.
It's my fault he's dead. If I'd never left Lord Irondeck, he would still be alive.
You can never make that kind of statement. Take it from someone who knows and has held their loved one's dying body as they died. It often can feel like it's your fault, but you'll never know what would have happened if you had or hadn't been there. You can never put that weight on yourself.
Aktanis, that could have been you dead instead.
That would have been better.
I'll just start putting dirt back over slowly and like carefully just to make sure that Aktanis doesn't want more time, but like
So,
Aran is thinking. Like Gypsy is like, what do?
I'll say to Aktanis, we're gonna find this son of a bitch. We're gonna make sure he pays for what he's done here. You're gonna make him hurt. And then when he's really done there, we're gonna make sure he suffers. And then you get to kill him.
Agreed.
We'll do this. We'll make sure he doesn't have a quick death. He'll be
Hey,
slow
yo.
and painful.
Dutch, can I cast Mending on Actanis' heart, please?
You reach into her chest, kill her, and mend her.
No, you cannot, unfortunately.
Doesn't quite work like that.
That would be a sight to behold. Holy.
No.
She's going to take the fire water,
Mhm.
pour some out into the grave while Gusren's like burying him, and then take like a really big gulp.
Roll a Constitution save.
Oh, this is the worst.
Please roll a nat 20 for this.
Rolls in that one.
It was
Don't roll any, but no.
it was a 19. So
Okay.
Oh.
You just
Wasn't
take
bad.
pretty much down a third of the bottle. The bottle is getting towards being empty. You've seen quite a lot of use, but yeah, you take just a couple of big sips, pour something onto Murang as Kasseran is filling the grave with dirt and ground.
I'll help fill it.
Anything
we have
else
to get to the
you wanna
circus
do?
before anyone else dies.
Of course.
Agreed.
Once the grave is filled, I'll take out my last javelin and I'll slam it into the ground as a headstone.
Um,
And make sure it's in place tight. And try and find some rocks to make sure it's like kept there.
I'm sorry, Morag. You deserve so much better than this. And then she's gonna go to the cart.
So you just move back towards the house that you guys were about to.
Yeah, I guess we still need to rest.
Definitely, yes.
We didn't. We did rest.
Well, no, we only got 2 hours, some of
This
us.
is,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we've
none of
rested
you-
2 hours and.
None of you have long
Well,
rested.
So
None of you have long rested yet.
I'm sad.
Yeah.
Bruh.
So as Aktanis leaves, all of you also
I'll try and
kind of go after her and make your way back to the building that you were going to spend the night in. And the horses and carriage are still there. Everything is as you left it. The alarm didn't go off.
Can I write? Do I have anything like writing implements? Anything I could write on to write Aktanis a note? Or no?
Check your inventory.
I was-
Do you
that's what- I
have
don't-
paper,
Oh, no,
parchment?
I thought I did, but then I was like, oh no, wait, that's things I'm proficient in. I don't think I actually have those things. Gosh darn it. Oh well. I guess, but before she goes to sleep, I'll just go over and I'm not gonna touch her or anything. I'm just gonna like whisper, so hopefully only she hears, not the others. Like, I know it's probably gonna take you a really long time to feel okay again. It took me many years. So just know, if you don't want to talk, if you don't want to, like if you're not yourself, we'll understand and that's fine. No one's going to push you. And I'll try and be on your case a little less. And then go off and go to sleep.
I'm going to keep watch now.
So as everybody else goes to sleep,
Yeah.
slash meditate,
I think that that's best, but
Aktanis stays awake, sits in a corner, doesn't really say anything, can't help but cry, doesn't really get a lot of just doesn't really feel too good, and your shift goes by relatively quietly. Are you going to wake someone up to take over, and are you going to get some rest? Or...
No.
So you're gonna sit there the entire rest of the night?
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody wakes up the next morning. Before that, Aberrant,
Mhm.
you have a dream.
Oh god.
A radiant ox visits you in your sleep, and you immediately know what's happening. And he says, "Are you sure traveling with these ragtags is right?"
I think they need me. I think this is my place for now.
Don't disappoint me, Abraham. The second you realize this is not the place for you, I expect you to leave them and go back and find somewhere to achieve honor.
I just nod.
And as the ox now turns around and walks out of your sight, you also wake up, and everyone is now awake. Aktanis, you do suffer a point of exhaustion because you skipped
Knew
that.
it.
Are we gonna get into the carriage? Are we all just packing up and?
I'll eat some rations.
I'm gonna
rations
rest
if
in
you
the
want to.
carriage while we're traveling, by the way.
That's true. Yeah, you can nap while we're.
Yeah.
I did want to say, still have to say 4 hours. Could I spend the other time before everyone woke up to study the daggers that I found off that guy?
Oh yeah, you sure? Yeah, you find the daggers, you inspect them. One of them seems to be just a regular dagger.
Okay.
The other one it has something like engraved into the blade in Elvish.
Okay, I can read that.
It says "Touch of Fire." Yeah, that's really like you don't really. You've seen them at work, and you've seen that besides normal damage, they also have a burning aspect to them. Not quite sure how or if it works the same as Nicole's sword or not, but yeah, you gather that this is more than just a dagger.
Okay.
Yeah. And as you guys all load up the carriage,
I've messaged you,
Uh,
Dutch.
hmm?
I've messaged you.
you guys all get into the carriage. Nicole, am I right in assuming that you go back up front with the horses?
I can try again. The horses, I'll make sure they're fed in.
The horses are now quite used to you, so I'm not going to have you roll another animal handling check.
Okay.
They're quite used to you now, taking the reins and kind of just doing a little riding. Anyone else wanting to go up front?
I'll go up front.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to too many emotions.
As the rest of you lot get in the back,
Yeah,
and the
I
carriage goes on its merry way.
will have my book open to the side, but not on the side that Kiss runs on, the other side. Just, I'm going to be reading through it like properly, and not just like on that one page. I'm going to be reading like just through it, see if there's any more.
I want to do the thing.
Yeah, do it, bro.
Do I need to stealth check first, or?
Yes.
Okay. Everyone will know anyway after I
Mhm.
do the second part, but
I don't like the phrase, can I
it's
do
an
the
18.
thing?
18. You whisper under your breath some incantations and then look at Aktanis. Aktanis, I'd like to have you roll a wisdom saving throw.
What is happening?
Oh no.
That's just a 10. Wait. Yeah, that's just a 10.
Okay. Aberran now says the word sleep. And
Oh.
as he says that, you immediately collapse and fall fast asleep.
Damn.
She probably needed it, but
Everyone just
You
shrugs and
are
goes,
now a very
she was
sleepy
exhausted.
girl.
No,
Or
like, he's not lying.
B-O-Y
You
is
misgendered
gender-
me.
No, B-O-I is gender neutral, boys.
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
While we're in the carriage, I'd like to work on those grenades.
Don't
roll
murder me while I'm sleeping.
No, no, no,
Three
it wasn't.
tinkering checks.
3 tinkering checks? Oh yeah, I get to roll multiple D20s, guys. Let's go.
It wasn't sketch, but like you hadn't told Bran that you were going to nap, and he was worried.
Okay.
about
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. It's probably a good idea. I don't think she would have been able to sleep by
That's
herself
a-
anyway.
14, a 17, and a 22.
You managed to fill 2 out of those 3 casings that you made
Okay.
with enough black powder and kind of seal them to where you now have the grenade part. You just need to get the ignition on it and you're finished. Only on 2 of the 3, out of the 3 though. Two
Okay.
of them. The third one, you kind of struggle, and you do spend the majority of the day doing that though. Like it
Yeah.
takes a while.
Oh yeah. That's completely fine. That's what I planned.
Okay.
Just being Tremaris in the back then. He's fiddling
Yeah,
with
I'm
grenade.
just-
Travis
Bell's
is
asleep.
also very quiet, kind of just lost in thought.
Fire brand.
As the day kind of goes by, roll a perception check, the guys up front.
Uh,
15.
fuck that.
Tika, stop it.
22.
You're such a mood killer, Cat.
For the sake of this, we'll say that most of the day goes by. It's like halfway through the afternoon now, as you spot a interesting looking, pretty short individual, wearing robes with all colors of the rainbow. Not wearing a hood. You see that he's very small, has a greenish tint to his head.
Okay.
And he seems to be hauling a small cart with all kinds of goods and trinkets, humming it to himself as he's kind of traveling the road.
As we get up to him, is he quite close? Did you say, or was he quite?
I mean, yeah, you slowly catch up to him,
Yeah.
and as you go by, he looks at you and he stops humming, and he says,
Greetings, travelers. Interested in some wares?
and
will
as he
stop the
smiles,
car.
all these jagged yellow teeth. As this guy is, it's a goblin,
Yeah.
Brand's head immediately pops out.
which might trigger a certain response from a certain someone in the group. But it is a goblin.
Okay. I will stop.
I'd be down to.
I will get
Why
off
not?
the car,
Mhm.
and I will just look deeply and go, What are you selling?
Does he have any
All kinds of magical trinkets. You care to take a look?
Ooh.
Hey Dutch, do I see any sandwiches in the cat?
No, there's no sandwiches.
I'll just say, show me what you've got.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
I'll
what
hazard a
you
look.
got?
Show us what you
He
wrote.
rummages through one of his bags and he whips out a white spherical object.
How about a nice pearl? Yes, you like shiny pearls?
He literally
They're
thinks
not
you're a
that
lizard.
shiny if you've touched them, goblin.
Ooh, cool being.
So you don't want this shiny pearl?
Well, not unless it's. I mean, it's beautiful, but is it doing anything more than just ornamentation?
It's a pearl.
Okay, well. I think we'll pass for now on
Actually,
the pearl.
Loki, fuck, it sucks.
What? Tremaris might want it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Hanzo's in chat. He might be able to answer in a
Damn,
minute
Hanzo
while
got
we.
it.
Yeah,
Andrew,
Hanzo's
do you want a
in
pearl?
Oh, he says Tremaris buys it, but there's a kappa, so I don't know if that... we need a non-kappa answer if you want to buy
I
it.
have it. Yes or no?
Pearls are normally a spellcasting requirement
How
of something
much
like
for the pearl?
identifier.
Oh my god.
He's alive.
He lives.
Oh, I'd say, bought it for quite a price, so 150 gold?
Yeah, I can't afford that.
Well, that is unfortunate then, as you
Naronk buys pearl for Tremaris.
Oh.
Okay.
They've got such a sweet bromance.
Oh, you are interested in the pearl? Good. Now give me your gold.
I hand over the 150.
I'm gonna look to see if there's anything that's big and hitty that.
Okay.
I was gonna say,
Aktanis
do you have
would like.
anything maybe a bit larger?
As he
Big
puts
and hitty
the
that makes
pearl
sense with luck.
into, like a leather bag for it, like a little pouch.
Anything else?
Does he have any
I also-
firewater?
I also have some potions, maybe.
Oh,
Have any alcohol?
Unfortunately, not. No.
okay.
Kind of a vendor
As
doesn't
the-
sell
they're
alcohol.
talking to the goblin, I'm gonna try and sneak around to the side of the car, like the opposite side to where everyone else is standing. Yeah, I'm just gonna sneak around there, and then kneel down next to the car.
Full stealth
I
check.
Okay. Stealth. Ooh, 3.
As you go towards the other side of his cart, he stops his sentence and just.
Can I help you, sir?
Just admiring a closer look. I'm not gonna touch anything on your. I'm not gonna touch any of your bushes,
You'll regret that.
But I'm going to kind of wait again to see when his attention's not at me. I'm gonna try and damage the wheel of his cart.
Wow.
What a dick!
Vicious, my dude.
What a dick!
So,
I
any
thought- I
potions, or will this pearl be the only thing you'll be purchasing off me today?
have
Depends
any
on the
other
price
than
of those
potions?
potions.
And I mean, I have plenty of potions.
And he shows a couple of vials filled with a white liquid, a yellow liquid, red.
How much for the red ones?
Oh, these healing potions? These are 35 gold pieces each.
I'm assuming they're just like the common healing potion. I'll take one.
Oh, right.
As
Give me the gold, please.
Yep.
he
Please.
takes the gold and sets aside one healing potion.
So a pearl in a nice leather pouch, a healing potion, anything else?
As they're doing that transaction, that's when I'm gonna start like trying to bust this fucking.
Roll
wheel.
another stealth check.
Natural 1.
Oh!
As you are about to kick this guy's like wheel or whatever, Tremaris actually spots you and says, "You're cool. What are you doing?"
Nothing. I'm just admiring what's.
See, I'm not comfortable with
Fine.
big blue man near my cart. Could you move over to your friends?
I will, but I will walk on purposely round towards the goblin side,
Meanwhile.
and I'm going to shoulder check him.
Okay, so as you like bump into his shoulder, he like,
Ah, you know what? Take your items. I don't want to do business with you anymore.
I'm not a blue dragonborn, and I would like
Yeah,
to look
you're
what you
part
have.
of his group.
Shit. Well, shit, son.
We'll be on our way then.
hands the leather pouch with the pearl to Narang, hands the potion to Kisran.
And I hand it
And-
to Shmars.
He takes his cart, mumbles some incantations, and both him and the cart disappear out of sight. Just gone.
Bollocks.
God damn it.
Nicole, what do you
Damn it,
have
Nicole.
against a goblin?
Oh, I just don't. Like
I know they're
this
not the.
one.
I mean, I know they're not the
So,
greatest.
you have-
people,
You at
but,
this point, well, you can maybe roll a perception check on me.
You need an insight check?
Are we
Roll
inside?
perception to look at me.
19.
Yeah, good. You see, Nicole's two necklaces on, and you see teeth around his neck, one of his necklaces.
Oh,
It's
shit!
A bit similar to what a goblin would have.
Oh, shit!
The goblin didn't notice that the bro was wearing goblin teeth. And then
What?
he did, and that's why he doesn't like
I'm
you.
6'9" above me.
So you have the leather pouch with the pearl inside, Narang.
Yep.
Uh,
I handed it off to
nice
Shmars.
Shamaris takes the pouch and opens it up and inspects it, and notices that this is not a pearl.
Oh.
It is a wooden ball painted white.
Alright, I'm killing a goblin.
I can't trust them. I knew it.
So you just got swindled for on.
In that case, I'll just look at the potion and go, maybe I should just keep this separate from my other healing potions.
I'll drink it.
Right
I
now.
could,
Yeah.
test it. I could
We've got nothing else to do.
Alright, there you go.
All right, you take the potion and you just take a drink.
Swig it, whole
It's
thing.
like red water.
I'm a cleric, I'm a
healing
healing
potion.
boy.
It's a healing potion.
You take a swig and it is like it's like a red wine. It's not a potion. It's just a vial filled with a little bit of red wine.
Well,
Give it to
hey.
me.
I
You're-
just
you're asleep.
downed the whole thing.
I know, I'm
And
joking.
you're asleep.
So yeah, you guys got swindled.
I mean,
Excellent.
yeah, he's good.
Goblins!
Oh, damn goblin, dude.
I should've
Mark
cast
down
Zone
that-
of
mark-
Truth.
Mark down that gold, guys, because that's gone.
Yeah, oh, I did.
I'm
I
so
already
glad I didn't
did.
buy anything.
Hearing
Oh,
this
man.
now, I spit on the ground where that goblin thing was, and I just walk off back to the top.
Alright, let's just get going.
Alright.
And I'll look at him and go, no one tell Aktanis what just happened.
As you guys all get back into the cart,
This
you
never
just continue the road, slightly agitated. And
These
towards the end of the
motherfucking goblins
towards the end
get
of the day, Aktanis wakes up from her sleep, and you approach the
Probably
gates
pissed at me.
of the city of Drekmir, and that's going to be where we end this session today.
Okay.
Damn.
So Tannis has literally just woke up
Fucking
and is probably
goblins.
very
Yeah.
angry at me.
Well, she might not. She might be like, that's the only way I was gonna sleep, so it's not the
We
terrible.
just want a goblin
So
killing
what do
spree
you
now.
think?
Mhm.
Is she going to appreciate the fact that I had her best interest in heart?
Who,
Or is she
me?
going to try and hit me?
I'm down, man.
We'll find out, won't we?
Let's go fucking
To be honest, I think she's kind of exhausted at this point, so she would just take in sleep.
She might just think she'll maybe pass out on her own. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
She may never even know.
So that was the session, boys.
I
Good
like
to be
it.
back.
Like it starts with shopping, ends with shopping, emotional angsty shit in the middle, but starts and ends with shopping, because you know it's
Just
what
a
we
nice
Yeah.
little mix of everything.
Yes.
Now I'm going to go shopping for pictures of puppies to feel better. 'Cause that was really hard. Like, I felt really guilty about casting that.
What?
Genuinely, that was the whole thing that I was like,
All right.
no, not the Zone of Truth. The
So
command
we'll be
thing.
back next Sunday
Oh.
for a new episode. Of,
Next Sunday, everybody.
Such a long week. Oh, I'm sad.
Don't forget if you're like, oh, especially if you just got here today and want to see the history of the campaigns. We're only 12 episodes in, or if you just want to rewatch because once a week is not
we
enough.
have YouTube.
DS VODs in chat. The link is in chat. We also revealed today, if you missed the reveal at the beginning of the stream, we have made a wiki for Dungeon Select to keep track of like roles, stats, character history, place history, NPCs,
It's
episode
really
guide.
cool.
It's pretty rad.
Yeah, it's still under
It's
construction.
legit.
It's not finished yet, but
Yeah.
I'll make sure that it's up to it's caught up either next week. Or
It
the
is
week after.
slowly being fleshed out and
I'm
added
sorry I
to.
wasn't here.
Yeah,
So
Han,
this-
like
It's okay, Andrea.
Han's only message is like,
Right? You just missed being swindled by an asshole goblin.
yeah.
I wasn't swindled. I didn't pay shit.
That's true.
Yep,
This
yep.
is what I get for being nice.
in the wrong
Going back to
Yeah, that's
Sora.
why
dude.
I'm never
I'm going back to Sora.
Nice.
It's
Yep.
happening.
Hey, if I wasn't just a big dragon boy, I would have broken the shit out of this card because it lasts.
Yep.
Sora's coming back. boys.
Sakube and Sebrex, if you're either of you are still here, thank you for your raids. Much appreciated. And yeah, I think we should, if you guys say like have a better idea, I think Duke is streaming. Might as well host our
Yeah.
former Dungeon Select
Oh boy.
party member. What do you
Our
think?
mans.
We all have a
We'll
good
We'll be
time.
back next week, guys. Same time, same channel.
Same time, same
This
place.
episode will be on YouTube either Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah, keep an eye out.
Yeet.
If
And
you
we'll
want to
see you
watch
guys-
and feel pain again.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it's like it's all we're
Um,
all gonna have our time. If I know Dutch and I know
Oh,
Dutch
yeah.
emulates
Oh,
Critical
yeah.
Role, we're all gonna have our arc where we're gonna have that moment, and we're all gonna.
I'm really
He's gonna
excited.
make all of us attempt to cry at some point. Belle just got hit first.
Yeah, yeah.
I got her, guys.
I
made her
mean,
cry.